Feel the rhythm of the streets, neon lights and neon dreams. Bloody face, they feel no pain when there's so much more to gain. Hunting season, if you will, tell me where'd you rather be? I can hardly see the moon, but we'll get there pretty soon. Trying so hard to release you out of the misery. Hold on to your wishes if you can't hold on to me. Forgive me for letting you down. Forgive me for letting you down again. I guess I'm not strong enough right now.
I know music is loud, but fuck this shit. That's how we roll, right? Hello, great to have you, my dears, with me. So, I have the 2010 anniversary jacket on me. You can see it here. CD Projekt RED, represent. You know, here we have Rebel, and I will show you something what I have on my back. Yep, that's the way it looks like, my friends. I actually got it on a 10th anniversary of being in the company. So those are actually pretty fucking cool. You have actually a lot of like badges and stuff on them, you know, with like different games and things we have done. So I love it. Like everyone who has finished 10th anniversary actually got it. In the studio, we had like a great, I would say, evening together with our board when we were sitting together and like talking about future plans and things I can't tell you about, you know, but it was very cool. It was very cool, I have to tell you. So it was a great evening together with actually other Reds and so on. Future plans, yes, Archie, exactly. Future plans by Triple S. That's what I like. Kazuliski, thank you so much, my friend. Yes, so it's actually funny because like I got this 10th anniversary jacket now, but actually, in fact, it's already 11 years for me, almost. It will be next month. So, so it's actually pretty interesting, you know, that I got it now. But you know, that's good. I love it. Better with Kinect asks future plans, like 1.7. What do you have to share? I mean, my friend. I have nothing to share, right? Same as always, my friend. I have nothing to share, but thank you for being here. I'm glad. You know, like the future stuff will be shared when the future plans are public, right? Ragnar wrote 1.7 update tomorrow. No, my friend, I'm not trying to say anything like this. So yes, Lotus wrote Amogus. No. No suspicious content here on the stream. So Kiros is asking, are any plans of a second anniversary of Cyberpunk here on the channel? We'll do something, but I don't want to tell you yet what. I will announce it at some point. We are closer and closer, of course. I just need to like wrap the last things up to be able to talk to you about what we are doing. But I really want to, you know, just meet with you and have a nice time together here, you know, talking about our beloved games and Cyberpunk being that because it's Cyberpunk's anniversary. So yes. Pavel was always like, I would have to kill you if I tell you anything about the future stuff. Gwyn wrote, yes, exactly. Accent, it's a secret. Exactly. So Pablo's on the roll since the Game Awards trailer has been published from what I see. Pablo asks, Pablo, will you be streaming the Game Awards 2022? I'm not sure actually, Pablo, because I think it's on 8th, and 8th is the Thursday, isn't it? Yes, it is. So I'm not sure if I will be, because, you know, I'm working on stuff, so I'm not really sure if I can do that. I don't think so, but we'll see. You know, if anything changes, I will, of course, you know, tweet about it so you guys will know beforehand. Smasher's wife wrote, I will be at work. Yep, exactly. Probably as many of us as well. When you will be playing Fortnite with Geralt in the game? Ragnar asks. Oh god. So I saw the announcement. I of course knew about the collab of the Fortnite way before. I honestly think it's pretty awesome, you know, because there are some cool things that have been done by the team and so on, and so I hope you will enjoy it. I'm not really a Fortnite player, as you can imagine. You know, I will probably get my ass owned like in no time, you know, by a first like 12-year-old, considering, you know, how excellent I am when it comes to the aim and shooting. So yes, that probably is. I'm probably not seeing myself having a huge career in Fortnite, if you know what I mean. Yes. So anyhow, but you know, I'm glad you guys will be able to enjoy, you know, Geralt and the Witcher stuff in Fortnite. It's an interesting collab, I have to say. I like when those collabs are in a way that they are actually a bit more. How to say it, ambitious. I would say it's not like just really something really basic and simple. but something slightly more elaborate. And I don't want to go more into detail, obviously, because you will find out in time everything, I think. But I am quite actually happy with the way it turned out and the way it looks. And I know there was a lot of thought put into it. It's not like first random thing that came to our mind. Igno TV's Pever 3LL. Very intriguing nickname, my friend. Is Thursday gonna be interesting? I'm not sure. Thursday is the 8th. I don't know what's in 8th. The Game Awards, I guess. But well, I am not commenting in any form or shape on that. Like, I assume the Game Awards were gonna be cool in general. So yes, I think so. Kazuliski said interesting week. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's actually really interesting that like since few months or maybe even more, like every single week actually brings up something about our games. Like literally every single week. Either there's a bigger news or smaller news, like literally every single week, which I actually love a lot, because that means that you guys are getting like lots of cool shit from us, you know, in different forms. You know, sometimes those are patches, like sometimes some news about expansion, you know, like for instance the Growl news. You know, sometimes those are interesting collabs, you know, sometimes, you know, an announcement of you know, for The Witcher 3 with the fact that we are actually in fact adding complete Korean and Chinese localization to Witcher 3 next gen update. And my guys, I want to tell you something. The fucking Chinese and Korean version of the Witcher 3 next gen update, so Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, is bonkers. It's so good. Like, it's so good. You know, my friend in the team, Victoria is working on the side of the localization and like managing all that process and so on. She's like specialized in like mostly Chinese, but also was doing work on the Korean version. And she has been like sending me stuff, you know, from the Korean and Chinese versions, and they sound really good. So I actually hope that our Chinese and Korean community is going to enjoy it, because like it's, I think, unprecedented that company adds a complete localization. And have in mind, it's not only a text, it's complete voiceover. So I think it's unprecedented that like company adds for free a complete localization for more languages. But anyway, I really hope people will enjoy, because I think this is a really amazing update when it comes to like those localization versions. Anyway, Sophie Knight wrote, hello Pavel Prim jacket. Yes, this is my 10th anniversary jacket, my friends. I have 10th anniversary in the back together with like Wolf and the samurai logo I was showing you guys a moment ago. Did you see Poland versus France match? Wojtas asked. No, I didn't. I didn't. I was on a walk and I was working on stuff, so no Wojtas, I didn't. But I heard it was a decent game, so at least that's the thing, you know. Lomad asks, any hints for FF06B5? It's been 2 years with nothing but crumbs. I mean, I don't know, my friend. What can I tell you? It's a mystery. It's a mystery. YefiTL, thank you so much, my friend, for the sub for 3 months. I really appreciate it. Chivo Gas, could it be Pavel Sasko? I think there is a high chance it is, actually. Thank you, Chivok, for being here with us. Machiavelli asks, 6 days later to anniversary of Cyberpunk. Any news about Phantom Liberty? I have no news, Machiavelli. I have no news, Machiavelli, to share, you know. But who knows what happens? Who knows? Anyway, the Mac Attack asks, hello, big fan of Cyberpunk. Hello, Mac Attack, great to have you with us. I was cautious if you could have gotten any pushback on how rigidly structured the first act is. After 4 playthroughs, has gotten a teensy-weensy monotonous? If so, thoughts on how to mitigate it on Phantom Liberty? I mean, Magattack, I can't really talk much about the future content, but regarding like the Cyberpunk itself, in a way that was our intention, sort of, you know, to have the first act, the beginning really done like that, so that we can introduce you as a player to the game as smoothly as we can, and into all the gameplay features and so on, so that you can really like get, you know, what the game is, and really like sort of tutorialize that first introduction of you into the game. So I think that's that's been like a factor that had a huge impact on how it's structured and why. Also, like, we need to make sure that sort of you as a player, you really understand what the hell is happening and why it's, you know, why it is like this and so on. So that is, I think I would say an important factor, Magattack. And when it comes to Phantom Liberty, well, you know, it's an expansion, so I cannot say much more about it, but like, you can say that, you know, that introductory bit has been already done in the base game, right? I'm not going to say anything more, okay? Lurchin asks, will CDPR earn money for Geralt skin in Fortnite? My friend, I have no idea what is actually our business deal with Epic on that, and I just don't know. So, hard to say. Like, it really depends, you know, how the contract has been written, how what are the agreements and so on. It really depends, you know. Like, looking at the history, how it's done in the industry, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. So it really depends, you know, and I don't really have that information, and probably even if I would have, I probably wouldn't be able to share it, unfortunately, my friend. So maybe it will be like, maybe that information will be published at some point. I have no idea, to be honest. Yariach Sin asks, is there any chance that Cyberpunk can have separate save profiles for each playthrough? Oh yeah, my friend, I have heard this feedback and people asking about it a few times already, so I think we are aware as a team that it would be nice to have it, but I'm not aware of any work being done on that front. However, that does not mean it's not happening. To be honest, my friend, it's not completely my I would say specialty. Pavel in a Rebel gear tonight, nice. Thank you so much, my friend. This is the Rebel gear I got from the studio on the 10th anniversary of work in CD Projekt, which was fucking cool party. Where is the party? Says hi on the chat. Hello, where is the party? Nice to have you with us. Are we going to get 1.7 for Christmas? Greybeard asks. I mean, Greybeard, the only thing we need for Christmas is you, my friend. So not really commenting on 1.7. That's as much as I can tell you. Ruski7 asks, hi Pavel, can you tell us any plans for Cyberpunk's second birthday? I mean, you know, when it comes to the company, not really, I can't. But when it comes to me, myself and the channel here and what we are doing here, I am going to talk about it soon. Not in the stream, but I hope to tweet about it soon so that you guys know what we will be doing. Hopefully, because like, yes, hopefully I hope to announce everything soon. Will you watch the Dragon Age anime? So we've been actually talking with Sapphire to watch it, and it looks interesting, I would say. I haven't been maybe like completely like, you know, taken away and captivated by the trailers I've seen, but it looks interesting. And I like Dragon Age, especially Dragon Age 1. So most likely we're going to watch. Together with Sapphire, we need to finish The Sandman. We are like almost by the end right now, as of now. So so that's basically how it looks like at this point, my friend. My friends, so considering that we have a good song playing, I wanted to greet our dear Reds and moderators who are with us on the chat. So starting from my dear girlfriend Sapphire that I already mentioned. Thank you so much, Sapphire, for being with us and modding as always. and a few other our dear Reds that are here right now already with us on the chat. And that's Ayano, our UI producer. Thank you so much, Ayano, for being here. Ayano is also streaming. You can find her in my recommended streamers. I think Ayano is by the end or finishing the God of War kind of soonish. So please check her out. We have also Chivok, our customer support engineer as well. Thank you, Chivok, for being here. Mike and Small Sandayu Kira, our in-game photographer. Thank you so much for being here, all of you. We are, and if you see anyone on the chat speaking with a diamond icon, that means it's a member of a red team. So, having that out of the way, I wanted to jump to the questions. Mr. Vinland asks, can I play a corporate in The Witcher 4? I mean, first of all, I never heard about Witcher 4. I heard about Witcher Saga. So that's one thing. Second thing, can I play a corporate in The Witcher 4? I mean, who knows? Who knows? Considering I want to be talking much about the future content here, my friend, I will leave it in a spectrum of speculation. Let's call it, if you can. Morphan asks, do you know if patch 1.7 will be the last patch? Oh, my friend, like we have pretty vast plans when it comes to the game, but not much more I can say, my friend. Pinky Julian wrote, oh shit, right now, Dragon Age Day is today. Totally forgot. I actually forgot that it's that the Dragon Age Day is today. So good to know, actually. Alistar Greerhan says, in the line of FF06B5, can I ask if a cardinal in a cardinal direction or lack thereof can be denied as a clue? No answer is totally fine, but I intend to try and ask these questions as twisted as possible to try it and ask any clues I can. I'll even resort to a bribe. I'll tell you of a bug that I love and abuse in exchange with a hopefully well-worded question from me. And hopefully that question could be answered. Alistair, you can ask any questions you want on the chat, and but I won't be talking or hinting anything regarding FF06B5 because you, my chums, are very talented and I have so much faith in you, and I know that when the time is right, when the moons align, you will be able to figure things out. Let's put it like this. Do you feel pressure to avoid another Cyberpunk release situation with the expansion and to make it perfect as possible? Science fiction person, 100%. 100%. Feel the pressure, feel like I think everyone does. Everyone does feel the pressure, my friend, and you can see it from all the patches that we have released, that we have really taken the time with all of them, really, to test it out very carefully and polish out really every single thing that we are giving it to you, my dears. So 100%, I feel the pressure to avoid another Cyberpunk release situation. It's not gonna happen. Locomic asked, hey there, big fan. Just wanted to ask if this DLC more for fans or lore. I think it's for both, my friend. I think it's for both. That's basically basically as much as I can say. Machiavelli, thank you for the question. By the way, Machiavelli, you haven't been here last week, I think, right? You haven't been here. We missed you. We missed you, and we missed your questions, I want to say. Anyway, Machiavelli says, Mike Pondsmith has confirmed that Blackhand won't be in Phantom Liberty. That is, what are your thoughts on this? He is a major character in the universe. By the way, Machiavelli wrote major with a capital M. He's a major character in the universe, but he skipped an entire story, not even appears in Johnny's flashbacks, Machiavelli says. Well, I mean, so first of all, I prefer not to comment on what Mike said. Because I don't want to reveal anything story related to what is happening in Phantom Liberty. The reason for that being, our games are story games, my dears, and we talked about it many times in the past. And because those are story games, it's really important that you can discover that storyline yourself, you know, that you can enjoy it, that you can find everything yourself. So I'm not going to spoil a fucking thing from that expansion. Yes. So because of that, it's kind of difficult to answer your question, Machiavelli. So maybe we can talk about it after Phantom Liberty is shipped, released, you played it, you checked everything, you found absolutely all the things in there. I think that would be a great solution. Sonic 2-Seater asks, hey Pavel, I hope the new Growl FM radio station is just as good as Radio Vexelstorm or Moro Rock Radio. Well, Sonic 2-Seater, so let's talk about actually Growl FM, because I think it's a very interesting topic. You motherfuckers sent 7,800 songs for this contest. This is like literally insane. Like, this is just so much music that like, I think the committee will spend like weeks to fucking sort this out. There's just so much content that you guys have sent. So, that is probably good, I would say, because that means that the interest was high. That means that probably, you know, we get, you know, when you have the Gauss curve, right? You probably know about it, right? When you have the Gauss curve, and in the center you have those mediocre things, I would say, or like, you know, and then you have this long tail at the beginning and at the end, you know, when you have things that are really bad and things that are amazing. So, our poor committee will have to, and I'm talking about contest committee, we'll have to go over all that stuff and just listen to everything really carefully and pick everything. And I'm really excited, actually, to be completely honest with you. Like the topic, the radio topic is actually handled by lots of different departments in our team, you know, to make sure that everything works as it should in the game. After we introduce that station, I would say. So I'm excited, to be honest, and I would love to actually listen to some of those songs myself. I talked a bit to the team that is actually behind that contest, and they are also really excited to actually show you more stuff about this. And I'm actually not really sure what will be the idea of, like, you know, because like no matter how many songs we pick, there will be like a lot, right, that will be left out. So I'm curious, you know, what will be the decisions, you know, what to do exactly, you know, about them. But I'm really looking forward to, I think January, right, was the information that that you guys will hear about the resolution of that, right? So January is not that, so it's like what? We have like 7 weeks left, right? Because we are in a first week of, yeah, well, 8 weeks, sort of, like till the end of January. So, but somewhere in January that contest will be resolved. So I'm really curious, actually. It's so insane, really. It's so insane. Like, I think, like, I was expecting actually to Growl to be popular, but holy fuck, 7,800 customly made compositions? Okay, that's pretty fucking wild, I have to admit. Anyway, I'm sorry, I took a bit of time to answer this question, but yes. Pedro Lopez says, was New Game Plus ever on the table? Pedro Lopez, my friend, I am literally like, my veins are exploding when I'm thinking about this topic. I can't talk about it. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm sorry, my friend. Revolver asks, did you see the last Last of Us trailer? Are you going to watch the show? I didn't see the trailer. I've seen it's out. I cannot say I'm like overly excited about it. I played both games, of course. I liked both games. I cannot consider myself like a die-hard fan, but I definitely think both games are amazing. They have some shortcomings, especially the second one, but the overall, I really like the games. Now, when it comes to the show is a recreation of the plot from the first game, right? As far as I'm aware. And I think Neil Druckmann like revealed today on one of the interviews that a lot of the things that actually didn't manage to get into the game that were written for the game were actually put into the show, which I think is a great news for the fans. I'm not really 100% sure if I fall into the category of the people that this show is directed to. However, that being said, I would love to watch it with Sapphire, you know. So when we'll have more time, because we have so many shows to watch, but when we'll have a bit more time to do it together, I think we'll add it to the queue at some point, and watch it as well, because like I'm definitely curious, you know. So that's, I would put it like this, you know. I'm curious actually, how did they do it, you know, because like when we were doing the edge runners, there was like a lot of discussions, you know, how we should do that, and I think at the end, you know, the approach of edge runners is different than the approach that The Last of Us took with their show, because like we decided to tell a completely unique, completely new story with new characters, but heavily reference the game and really set it up in a way that you can see that it's canon. That's one thing, but second thing is that it really fits, you know, that really fits the world, the game, and so on, but also give you a different story, right? That was our, I would say, angle with the edge runners. With the Last of Us, actually, they're going different path. So that makes me curious, you know, in regards of how it will be received, especially by the fans, because in a way you kind of know exactly what's going to happen and so on. So, and like, I would imagine that the most important scenes from the first Last of Us are actually really happening in the show in a kind of same way, similar way how they happened in the game. So that makes me curious, you know, like, because in a way it will be repeating of what we already know, you know, it's a retelling of a story that we already know. So that makes me curious, actually. What will be their what will be the how to say it, reception? Yes, what will be the reception of this? Okay then, my dears, Jesus Christ, there's so many comments on the chat. I'm literally so behind. I'm sorry, my dears. I'm literally so behind with the chat. Milky Oolong. Milky Oolong writes, I've just finished my first playthrough of Cyberpunk and absolutely loved it. Started my second one. The world building is incredible and I'm so invested into all the side stories. Thank you for your work and all the Red team. Thank you so much, Milky Oolong. I really, really appreciate your comment. By the way, oolong is the Chinese tea, right? Like, so Milky Oolong, I assume it's a Chinese tea with milk. Very interesting nickname, my friend. Congratulations for that. Who came up with the title for the expansion, Revolver asks. Oh, very interesting question. So the way it works in every single like game dev studio that I worked in before, and every single game that I worked on before. I don't know if that's true for every single studio, but definitely for a lot of them. And the way it works is that the key people in the project are basically giving away their suggestions and the direction, especially when it comes to like the content. So like what actually the given game is about. And then based on that, you're trying to come up with a title. And then normally you just go over and then that topic, you know, so exactly the proposal of the title, even though there's like numerous proposals coming from the team, then you give that to the at the end to the marketing team, to the copyrights team, and they basically like brainstorm on that and try to find out. And then of course, you know, you need to check out on the side of the legal, you know, how if you are able to use that title, are you or not doing any like, you know, copyright infringements and all that stuff, you know, by using the given title. And then, you know, throughout that process goes around like for some time, then you are able to really like figure out the title for your game. And what's interesting is that I remember when we were coming up with the title for The Witcher 3, you know, it was cool because like we knew that the game will be called The Witcher 3, but then we were like together in the room actually with my designers. I remember that. with the lead Mateusz Tomaszkiewicz at the time, and he came to us with a request from the directors of like, okay, we need to generate as many ideas for the title as we can, so that we can use those titles. So we went over and generated, I remember, like we had like 20, 30, 40 maybe like title proposals for The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So we were generating not The Witcher 3 because that was of course known, but we were looking for the Wild Hunt component of it. So sort of the same as Cyberpunk, now the Phantom Liberty. So this is how it went with The Witcher 3. I remember that, and I don't remember whose proposal was to use the Wild Hunt specifically, but I believe that when we were actually trying to get, when we were together working on the title, I believe we even had it on the list as a team. How to name the game. So yeah. Kataki Bonji. So Kataki Bonji says, I am new to CDPR games. Oh, hello, my friend. Welcome then. And no offense, I just want to know if the expansion is a continuation of the story or a parallel story like GTA 4 DLCs. I didn't play GTA 4 DLCs, so that's one thing, so forgive me for that. I of course played GTA 4, but not the DLC, so I don't know exactly how they're structured, but you are asking about being parallel, so I assume those are the same as actually Witcher 3 expansions. But my friend, that being said, I cannot reveal that information, unfortunately. That's not yet the time, That's not yet the time. I'm sorry, my friend. There will be time when we'll talk about it. I'm quite sure that we will. Machiavelli said, "What do you think about Calisto Protocol? It's having a rough launch. You may relate." Machiavelli, yeah. I mean, I'm definitely seeing like a similar situation, sort of. However, like maybe not completely similar, because like I don't think Calisto Protocol was as hyped as Cyberpunk was. So I would say the response is much more civil than in comparison to how it was in case of Cyberpunk. That's I would say Cyberpunk had it really much more difficult when it comes to the public reception, the response from the journalists and so on. I think people were were more forgiving for the Calisto Protocol. Now, I know myself that this is a very difficult situation in general, and really like my heart goes to devs, because I know that they are probably struggling a lot trying to to answer all of the feedback, all of the bugs and so on. From what I've seen, like the worst is really performance, especially in PC. That was the case. Like I've seen people having like medium performance even on 4090 cards. So that is not too great looking. Like I do not want to criticize the devs and the team, because like I think it's a very unfair when other devs are coming up and just basically like throwing shit on another devs. I've seen that happen with Cyberpunk a lot. It hurt me like deeply. And I lost a lot of respect for the people that were doing that. I don't want to mention like even groups, but specifically like the devs who were doing that. It really hurts if you see that, because like when you're as a dev, that this happens sometimes. Sometimes the circumstances and situation that you are put in as a dev means that you literally have no choice. And I don't know the situation that Calisto Protocol team is at, that what they went through with the game and so on, and why actually it is what it is. I don't have any insider knowledge in this case. However, I really empathize with what is happening, and I think we just should be more we should be patient, with them. I am sure that they will look into the game and they're trying their fucking damnedest and best really to make sure that the game can be improved. I am sure that's the case. That's what I wanted to say. I'm not really enjoying like other devs and journalists specifically, because specifically journalists and devs should be much more, I would say, knowledgeable about the topic. I understand that players might not be, because like after all, that might not be something that you're specialized at as a as a player. Let's say you may not be a hardcore player, you may not know how that situations pan out sometimes, but journalists and other devs definitely do know that stuff. So when they say those things, it's cruel. I think it's just cruel. And again, I'm not trying to say that we should wipe things like that under the carpet, but there is a world of difference between wiping things under the carpet and between being cruel to another people, especially the people that you may as a dev end up working at some point in the future. You may meet them, you may talk to them. It's interesting, it's a very interesting situation. I've been in a situation like this, when I know that someone behind my back is saying one thing, but then to me is saying something completely different. And it makes you wonder, what are the priorities and specifically, the morals of the people who are doing things like this. Anyway, I'm not going to go more into the topic, because I simply don't have any insider knowledge about this, so I cannot share anything more. Dude, you're a Polish guy, so one question: did you watch Poland versus France? Wowosek asks. No, my friend, I didn't. Unfortunately, I was working on stuff, so I couldn't watch it. I've seen that we lost, sadly, 3-0, but apparently the team played well, so I'm happy. It's a completely different feeling, when you're it's a completely different feeling when you are defeated, but you were fucking fighting and really like putting your heart there, and doing your absolute best really to win. So we lost 3-1. Okay. Lewandowski scored a penalty. Okay, I didn't know. I actually was sure that it was 3-0. Okay, well that's even better then, from what I heard, they've been fighting, and they scored, so that's always better than just 3-0. Yeah. Jesus Christ. That chat is wild today, I have to say. Like, so many questions. So Cybervesna wrote, Phantom Liberty, you say, well, kinda sounds to me like given Phantom refers to a ghost, which is commonly symbolized as soul. Liberty is pretty straightforward, freedom. Thus the title foreshadows a fight for freedom of the souls, in this case digital AI souls, or it's a rather play on us that freedom is just an illusion, a phantom. Well, I mean, Cybervesna, I love the way you went into to interpret this, and I'll just leave it as it is. One thing I just wanted to say, that of course the title is not fucking random. It's not random, right? The title is obviously not random. And guys, hopefully you'll play it. Hopefully you'll all play it. So I will be able to talk about it. By the way, I was actually in one of the shops in Warsaw recently, I was yesterday, and it was so nice because I was buying a Christmas card just for the family from me and Sapphire, for our Polish side of family. So I was buying a card, and I went into the counter, and the person at the counter, Radek looked at me, and he was like, I'm waiting for Phantom Liberty. And I was so shocked when I heard it. I was like, okay. I mean, I do get recognized in public. Sometimes I see people point fingers at me and talk to each other. It's kind of wild. It's kind of weird when it happens. But or people approach and say stuff to me. But it was so nice, actually, to just hear people randomly that just talk to me, that they just wait for Phantom Liberty. And Radek actually added that he's watching the streams. So I don't know if he's watching right now, but thank you, Radek. It was really, really nice to hear, my friend. And Merry Christmas to you. Stranger 3 wrote, I discovered Cyberpunk after release, so my playthrough was 100% spoiler-free. Now, as I'm loving a game, I just hope that you won't spoil too much of content in Phantom Liberty, because it would be great to have similar experience again without going offline for a couple months. Stranger, I hope so too, my friend. I'm not going, that's why I'm extremely cautious to mention anything regarding the expansion. So yes. Mike Silva said, as a gamer, I'm really afraid of Unreal Engine games. They have crazy graphics, but on the mechanics and innovations, we don't get the best experience. Opinions, Mike Silva said. I mean, I do not have like too much knowledge about like what games specifically have been created on Unreal. I don't have a good set of examples in my mind. Like, definitely, Mike, the biggest amount of innovation is, as always, happening on an indie space. And on indie space, we do have quite a lot of innovation on Unity. And I believe like lots of indie games have been created on Unreal. Like, I don't know, Vanishing of Ethan Carter comes to mind. The, you know, games such as, games such as, I forgot the title, but basically the games with incredible graphics that are more of a walking simulators, but they also have a bit of an innovation going on there. So I don't really believe that, like, the engine is in fault here, Mike. To be completely honest with you, like, I don't think the engine is such a major limitation when it comes to innovation, unless, of course, you're doing as crazy shit as, like, I don't know, what game? Fez. Have you guys played Fez? Old game, 2D game that that by switch to 3D allows you to solve puzzles and stuff. I absolutely loved Fez. Absolutely loved Fez. Fantastic game. If you didn't play it, you definitely need to check it out. Amazing game. And because of how specific it was, I believe that they had like customly written engine for it to be able to handle what the game was doing. So in some ways, of course, you know, some innovation deeply is dependent on the engine, but I don't think that like engine limits like completely the creators in a way that you can't just come up with like good solid stuff. So I don't think, Mike, that's the case, to be completely honest with you, you know. And again, like, you know, Fortnite, we're talking about Unreal, Fortnite has quite a bit of innovation, you know, especially like the shit that they are doing when they are ending the seasons with exploding the island and like the live concerts and stuff. I mean, you can make a point this stuff is pretty unique and I would say original. I know that you were referring here specifically to mechanics and innovation, so this is not maybe 100% answering your worries, I would say, but I'm just throwing like different examples to you to just show you that that's not really the case, you know. Like, I think like the Unreal 5 have been around too short to really give this engine a chance for the devs to shine on it, you know. Besides, I believe Scorn is on Unreal 4, right? I don't think I'm wrong here. I think Scorn was on Unreal 4, but yeah, I mean, looking at it, you can say that the game has some innovative elements. You know, maybe not when it comes to the mechanic itself, but specifically, you know, how it looks like visually. It's very, very distinct and original. So, I mean, yes, and Calisto is on Unreal 4. Yes, Slagin, this is why the question came up, because we were talking about Calisto, and that's why I think the That's why the question came in. Yeah, Hades said Batman series is on Unreal. Exactly. Like, I mean, so I wouldn't like really blame like lack of innovation on the engine specifically. Sure, it can be limiting. Like I'm not trying to sugarcoat it for you and tell you it's all beautiful and roses. But it's not as limiting as you I think are believing that it is. You know, it's much more really on the devs. It's much more really on the team, what team is doing with it. You know, so Plague Tale Requiem, I'm not sure actually if Plague Tale was an Unreal, my friend. I think the previous Plague Tale, yes, but I'm not sure if the last one was. So, but again, you know, I just seriously don't think so. Exit to the Next Level asks about Camille. No, Camille actually had like I would say a bit more sad situation happening today, and he won't be present, or at least for most of the stream. I'm not sure if he will show up maybe later. And other than that, you know, our friend Cogito, who's our mod from the very beginning of the streams, Cogito is actually having, like, his son is actually playing a game right now, literally. So I'm cheering for them. I hope that they win. You know, Cogito's son is playing in the hockey team. He's a goalie. So I really hope that they will have an amazing game and win. You know. So, yes. ePlayer 3037 wrote, Fez is a banger game. Yeah, exactly. Like, Fez is probably like one of the bigger like surprises. And I think Fez was 2011, right? When it was released. I think so. It was like really the beginnings of the indie scene, so to say, you know. Who is the evil person who made the Runewrite quests in the Hearts of Stone? Oh, Runewrite quest is the one about the runes, right? Like, that's Danish Markiewicz, expert quest designer in my team. Why he's evil? Danish is amazing. Appletish asks, Edith Finch. Yes, Edith Finch was the game I was thinking about. Thank you, my friend. You guys have great knowledge. I love it. So, can you share which quarter Phantom Liberty will be released? TGSL Live asks, my friend, I cannot share things like this. Like, you can imagine that, you know, things like this are impactful for the stock market, my friend. And I just cannot randomly be sharing information as major as this one, my friend. When it will be released only via official channels. It's an extremely important, vital information. So, yes, Jesus Christ. Ilusiardo wrote, hello Radek, if you're here. Hello. I hope Radek is watching. Pavel, you're a celebrity? Oh, okay, if you say so. Looking like a famous salsa dancer? Sure, I mean, salsa dancer for sure. I'm not sure about the celebrity, but it's funny. Then from time to time it happens that people recognize me, or basically are like, you know, brave enough to talk. That's very cool always. Please share with us some news about Witcher 3. I love the game so much, it could be so cool to know this info. Oh, some names of The Witcher 3. Oh, Special Hero, you're referring to the previous titles. Oh god, but I don't remember them. My friend, that was like 2000 what? 13? 14? I think it was 2014. No, it was 13. I think it was 2014 when we were literally working the titles. And I'm completely honest with you, I don't remember the titles. Like, that we were having. Like, I think... No, I don't remember the titles, honestly. Like, we were thinking for sure about stuff like related to Ciri, you know, to the Wild Hunt, to Zirael, to yeah, I think those were like the core topics, you know, that we were going about, that we're shuffling, you know, in regards of the title. But I don't remember the exact examples. Sorry, my friend. It's been so long, and I actually don't even think that we have it documented anywhere. because like we had it in a whiteboard and we literally like made a picture and sent a picture to the directors, and I'm not even sure who would have that picture. Were you involved in the next-gen patch for The Witcher 3? Memory asks. Memory, I was an advisor for my team because like part of my team was working on the next-gen update for The Witcher 3. A few quest designers. I think primarily the people who were involved that was Eero Varendi, my specialist quest designer. Fantastic guy, fantastic quest designer, really skilled technically. Eero's from Estonia. Amazing guy. He was here on the streams actually multiple times with us on the chat. And another person, Philip Weber, our acting campaign director for the new Witcher Saga for Polaris. Philip and Eero were like main people from my team that have been working on it, but there was more people as well. You know, there was also Despina, I believe. There was also Dominika Kuczyńska, I believe. There was also Joanna Radomska. So like basically people who are in most cases either Witcher 3 or Witcher 2 or Witcher 1, because Asha is from Witcher 1 with us, Joanna Radomska. But so those were either Witcher 3 or Cyberpunk devs, you know, who worked on that. I've been basically a consultant, so the team was asking me basically about the questions in regards of if something was intentional or if it was a bug, you know, or should we fix it, or how should we approach this, you know, and how to deal with certain problems and so on. We've been like brainstorming solutions together, so that was it, you know. So I was just helping them out to make sure that we are like sort of sticking to our sort of original intentions, I would say, because, you know, I've been working on The Witcher 3 since like very beginning, because I started doing Witcher 2 times into the project, so I've been on Witcher 3 from a very beginning, and I, in most cases, remember, you know, what were the intentions and why we wanted to do certain things in the game. So that was useful to actually have those brainstorms with the team together, you know, how we should address certain topics. And I'm not gonna say more because don't want to spoil it. You know, you guys gonna be hopefully playing it, and so you will see what I mean. Guadaluz asks, Pavo, I'm so sorry to bother you, but I'm gonna ask, I'm preparing my Cyberpunk portraits exhibition. Yes, Guadaluz, I've actually seen your portraits that you made on your Twitter. Do I need a permission from CDPR? Any response will be much appreciated. So, Guadaluz, I don't think you do need a permission, but it would be probably best to just message either Amelia Kowat, so Lilaya on Twitter, or Marcin Momot on Twitter as well, either one or another, and just ask them the same question. I believe that you can just message, just DM them, Guadaluz, and just ask. I don't think so that you have to, that you need anything, and it will be just a formality. Besides, like, I believe that we will be in most cases really, I would say, how to say it? I would be in most cases really, sorry, my watch is acting up. I need to turn it off. Yes. But my dears, so Guadaluz, I believe that in most cases this will be really just a this will be just a formality, you know. So okay then. Sorry, I'm so much behind with the chat. Riddle asks, are we going to get New Game Plus in the future? My friend, I can't talk about it. I'm sorry. Okay, Faurin asks, currently playing Witch 2. What do you think about backtracking in the game? Pavos asks, not a huge fan, you know, Faurin. I mean, to be completely honest with you, like some locations and some places in the game are so incredibly expensive, you know, to produce, that you as a dev, as a, you know, narrative designer, as a quest designer, in a way, sometimes you're really like forced to basically, you know, use some of the locations again but I'm not really a huge fan of that. You know, like if you are actually sending the player back to the same locations again, I love to actually like show some kind of a progression and change it and have a different community or like different decorations and so on, just to have this play and show the player that actually the place is living and the things are actually changing, you know. And I think in this cases, the backtracking sort of makes a lot of sense because you are using it to your advantage. As a developer, you are using it to actually make a better game, tell a better story, you know, and then the player feels rewarded. When it's just running back and forth and so on, no, I'm not a fan of that at all. Drofinia asks, I just want to know if Phantom Liberty is going to take place after the main story or before the ending. Well, what can I tell you, my friend? I can tell you only that I can't talk about it. So yes, because I am not going to spoil you anything, my friends, okay? Camilo, hello, my friend. Nice to have you with us, Camilo DF. Do you remember Teen Len in The Witcher 1? I don't think so. Let me really quickly Google that. No, I don't remember, and even Google doesn't recognize it, which is interesting. No, my friend, I don't remember. Teen Len from The Witcher 1. Like it sounds, of course, you know, like a name for an elf, and there was a bunch of them in The Witcher 1, but I don't remember. Appletish asks an interesting question. Why Netflix Witcher Season 1 Nilfgaard armor was made to the new update? Because Season 1 armor was universally hated, as I remember. My friend, so Appletish, do you know about the social construct called the meme? I think you do. That armor is completely optional. You know, I think it was made by the team to really like sort of I think like in most cases it's basically, hey, if you're a player who loves the Netflix show and you're a fan of a Netflix series and you're a fan of IP and you're playing the game, you can make your game look a bit more like a Netflix show, and that's an option. You know, you don't have to, but you can, you know. And I mean, that is kind of cool. Kokorova Broken wrote, Pavel, has anyone told you that you are very fucking handsome? Okay, thanks. I mean, I heard it from my dear girlfriend, which is nice. But yes, thank you, I guess. So let's move on, maybe. Could you talk about the cyberware update coming before the expansion? I done new gate. Said, my friend, I mean, I'm glad that you're with us. So that's first thing. But I can talk about it. You know about that. I can talk about anything that is coming as a future update is a part of the future. It's not part of the present. Therefore, we are not going to be talking about it. Voitas asks, is it true that creating next-gen patch for The Witcher 3 took 3 years? Oh god, I don't remember exactly like how long it took, but it took a long time. Yes, I mean, because like you guys may think that the update and the things that we are doing are simple, but they are not. We actually have changed quite a bit and quite complex, and we just wanted to give you a great fucking update, you know. So that's why it took a long time. How long exactly it took, I don't know exactly. I really would have to like talk to people who are doing the work specifically and check their like work logs to really like exactly tell you, you know, how long we worked on it and so on. Illustrious123 asks, have you played Gothic 2? Oh, of course, my friend. Of course I played it. Gothic 2 was what, 2008? I think so, Gothic 2? I'm just googling it really quickly because I don't remember when it actually came out. 2004. No, wait. Is that 2000? 2000. Oh, it was 2002. It was actually 2002 in Germany, 2003 in EU, and 2003 in NA afterwards. So yes, 2003, yeah, I was sure it was 2004. Maybe because I played it in 2004, but yes, of course I played it. Like, it was a, how to say it, a very, like, it was a revolutionary game for its time. Absolutely revolutionary game for its time. And, like, I don't think I finished it because, like, that was, like, 2004. That was the time when I was starting to study. I believe so. So that was a long time ago, and I don't think I even had a good PC to even play it. But I don't think I even had a good PC to just play it and so on. So, but I definitely played it. It's just like I don't think I finished it. Revolver Ocelota says some people say the games shouldn't tell stories in cinematic way because games shouldn't be films. Do you see any problem with this type of games which are made, for example, by Sony? I mean, Revolver, oh god, it's a debate as long as the game dev is, especially now, because like we have so many capabilities as an industry already to make games that really look like movies. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember, but there were games that actually have all the cutscenes made as a live-action movie. Do you remember that, my friends? That you were playing a game, basically, and then at some point you were triggering something and an actual movie started, you know? An actual bit of the movie started, you know? It was actually really, there was a lot of games, like maybe around 20 years ago or something, because basically it was much cheaper to produce games like this than to make them as a cutscene. You know, nowadays it's different. Nowadays it's cheaper to make a cutscene rather than a live action movie. But I know that your question wasn't about it. When it comes to this, like we as an industry, we approached the point already some time ago. I would say probably 5 years or so, maybe even more. At the point when games can really look as well as the movies. So that is a natural thing that we will have to, natural question we'll have to answer. And the thing is, there are some studios like the Naughty Dog, for instance, where they answer this question, yes. And they do create their games in a very cinematic way. They're very open with that. They even use a cinematic pipeline to produce, you know, their games. So this is interesting because like you are as a you are really like using all the things that sort of a movie industry generated, all the solutions, pipelines, you know, and so on, workflows, I would say, that were previously or at first really used with the movies. Now they're used with games. Now, my personal opinion, I mean, games are games, not movies. And I am much more keen on actually playing the game rather than watching the game being played. Therefore, I really like playing the games when everything is actually like in the world. That's why Cyberpunk is as it is, you know, like because we do believe that this is in a way the path that we want to take. You know, I want to make, you know, the game in a way that you guys play it and it feels like a movie, it evokes the emotions like a movie, but it's not about you sitting down and just watching the game playing itself, you know, and long ass cutscenes playing on a screen. It's about you being there and acting out and being in the shoes of the character and really playing a role of your character and being almost an actor in those scenes, and those scenes reacting really well. I think we have done quite a lot of work on the side of cinematic team and the cinematic animation and scene code teams. So basically teams that are responsible for building scenes in our games to show you basically what we believe is the approach and the angle. So I'm not really a huge fan of just making a game like a movie and having like a huge ass scenes, you know, because like as a player you just sit down and just watch stuff. Like I've been playing so many games recently that where everything was sort of more happening in the world, because like last games that I finished were Zelda, Breath of the Wild, then afterwards Zelda has like a bit of a more traditional storytelling when it comes to the scenes here and there, but a lot of the things is just in world, you just walk around, talk to people. While the other games that I'm playing is Cyberpunk, obviously, and I finished many times Hades. Now I started playing NieR Automata, actually, and like it shows me actually how dated this idea is of me actually like playing, and then a cut, and then the cutscene starts. And then during that cutscene, you know, characters do things, walk around, you know, and so on, and they tell me all the story, and then cut, and I'm in the gameplay, you know, and it's just this really old-fashioned approach. Not a fan of this really old-fashioned approach, to be completely honest with you. That's why, you know, we put so much work into actual, like in Cyberpunk, you really playing the scenes rather than just watching them. And I don't know, I think it kind of worked out, you know. I think it quite worked out, to be honest with you, my dears. Oh God, I am really looking at the chat because like I'm lost here and there with the topics. I recently saw someone from Sony Santa Monica remind people not to call God of War Ragnarok a movie, because despite the cutscenes, there's a lot of gameplay in that game, and the story gains on interactivity. And then Ethnical Crusader asks, yeah, for sure that games got pretty respectably deep gameplay, all things considered. Yep, exactly. Like, but that's a bit different angle, you know, when it comes to storytelling. This is the Santa Monica's angle is not the same as Naughty Dog's, and we were sort of taking Naughty Dog as an example here of a very cinematic scenes. Like, I think, like, for instance, God of War is an excellent example of how actually game industry can gain on really building a you know, a better narratives by using the tools from the movie. And I'm talking here about no-cut camera. You know, I think the no-cut camera was an amazing call by Cory Barlog to make it in a first game like this, and it really feels good. It really feels good when you play it. So therefore, you know, and I think it's one of the biggest, maybe not only, but one of the bigger or more visible innovations of God of War 2018 and now 2022, and Ragnarok's innovations, because it really makes difference, this camera. And I think this is an excellent example how to use the sort of an achievements in a way of cinematography in the game to actually enrich the experience rather than make those elements of the design fight, you know, with each other and feel this pressure, you know. Here they really found a way how to make them cooperate well. Guadalupe, thank you so much, my friend, for the sub, for gifting the sub to Board Josh. And hello, Board Josh, nice to have you with us. So, Zero Knight asks a very interesting question. How hard is it to make a quest NPC react properly to a player action, for example, when you throw a grenade at them during a dialogue? Zero Knight is really difficult. It's really difficult. And the reason for that is you can have that NPC in multitude of different animations and poses during that scene. You can have the, even worse, you can have that certain NPC in the moment when that NPC is in transition from one pose to another. Simple example, you can have like when you're talking to Evelyn, she's like walking around with you and then she sits down, right? You could throw the grenade exactly as she's in the middle of sitting. So that's one level of difficulty, basically making NPC react always very properly, no matter of the animation pose that they are at. They can be lying, they can be hanging, they can be sitting in a very specific pose, you know, they can be sleeping in bed and so on. Even standing, they can be handling a phone, holding something. Really difficult to make it like really always react to that action. Second thing is the fact that NPC can be speaking in the matter of actually when you throw that grenade. And then when the NPC is actually speaking, then suddenly, you know, it becomes really difficult because like that NPC can be in the middle of a voice line, right? Recorded by an actor, maybe an expensive actor in expensive voiceover studio. And then what that NPC should do, like, should it be like they talk, they go, oh, and they keep on talking? Should that be the reaction? It actually feels quite comedic, I have to tell you. So at the moment when NPC is not speaking, sure, that the NPC can throw you like a voiced reaction, let's say, you know, and be like, what the fuck you doing, you know, and react, play a look at, so basically look at you. That is doable. That is pretty much simple because you can just control the head and then add a voice over reaction on top of that. Really basic. But in the situation when someone is actually in a very cinematic scene and so on, and then you throw a grenade to make the NPC react, so many things can fucking break, you know. Let alone the fact that, please have in mind that when NPC is actually in a scene, you need to have, and you need to remember that that NPC is in the moment, like in their cinematic moment, and they are doing something, I don't know, let's say helping another NPC, you know, and when they are doing that, when you are throwing a grenade, you can break all the animations, you can break all the voiceover, but even more so, that NPC can have a reaction preset or AI preset that is defining the fact that they should react entering combat. And then suddenly, you know, they draw a gun or weapon while doing something, you know, maybe they are holding a book, or they are holding a phone, or they are doing something, maybe they're in the car. Yeah. It spirals out of control, my friend. This is just a, you know, entering a river of madness. That's basically how I would say it. So it is very, very difficult. That's why, you know, you have so many games actually block those things. In Cyberpunk, they are blocked here and there as well, but in most cases, we allow you to do that. And it's a really big deal to actually be able to make all of those things work properly. So yes. God damn it. You guys, there is an infinite chain of questions. It's already past 9. I think I'm talking about the CET time. Soon we will jump into playing the game, my friends. How can Mr. Kaput? So Mr. Kaput asks, how hard can be making an RPG on preset stories compared to RPG, whereas the player you can make every single choice and can manipulate the whole in-the-game world? I mean, Mr. Kaput is like the difference is like day and night, my friend. You know, like the Witcher 2 is a game with like defined character and just branching storyline, but it's basically defined character and the storyline can branch a lot. But it's basically pretty much defined. Those are all the variables you can do. That's it, right? If you are going into Witcher 3 level or Cyberpunk level, suddenly, you know, when you can like do those things in various order, you know, for instance, like various gigs or POIs in Witcher 3, you can do them in different ways, right? And then suddenly, like the character that was supposed to be present is not present, is dead, was wounded, you know. All of those things need to be taken into account. So it spirals out of control, Mr. Kaput. So that is really complex, I have to tell you. So is Letus? So Mr. Salad is Letus asks, at CDPR, which team is in control of the quests working and character interactions working? Let's say Panam goes spot A and does action B, like picking up a gun. Is that quest designers or game programmers? I'm interested in that aspect of video game creation and want to know how it works in a studio. Is Letus, it's fucking complicated. So basically the way it works is that programmers are delivering features for gameplay designers to produce all of those behaviors, and then the behaviors are being implemented by quest designer and then being decorated by cinematic designer on top of it. So that is the simplest answer I can give you. So as you can see, really basic, really simple to do, very smooth, straightforward, no problems whatsoever. It's very challenging, my friend, to actually do it, because like sometimes, you know, some characters are very unique and have like you know, unique elements to them. There are things that you know, you as a dev, you need to request to be made completely new. Like for instance, you know, the fact that NPCs can get you know, approach, let's say, that gun, pick it up, you know, and use it, right? That had to be done first before by the gameplay designers working together with the programmers to have that behavior even available before the quest designer is able to use it, and then before the quest designer is able to use it, and before cinematic designers are able to decorate, you know. So that's basically how it looks like. Science fiction person asked, do you view the fact that there is no Scoia'tael quest line in The Witcher 3 as a missed opportunity? Yeah, science fiction person, actually we have tried. We have tried to do that, and it didn't really work out, you know. It didn't work out well with other storylines in the game. It didn't work out well with the characters we had, and so on, you know. So it's the infamous Yorvet, you know, situation that you guys may know about. Like, we talked about it during like one of the PAX panels. I think it was 2017 when I was in Seattle, and we were discussing this. Like, the thing is that everything that you're putting in your game, at the end of the day, you're fucking responsible for it, right? And you cannot, like, as a designer, or you shouldn't, right? Like, because I guess you can, but you shouldn't, if you're like, if you care about the quality, you shouldn't just put random shit there, right? You should make stuff that is like high quality, that looks good, that plays well, you know. That's what you should be doing. And the fact was that we couldn't make it work, you know. We couldn't make it work well, especially with other storylines. And that is very typical, actually, with every game, I think, that I worked on. There's always kind of topic like this, that at some point, as a dev, you are like reaching this sort of a conclusion. I would say you have this realization, holy shit, you know, this really doesn't work. I have to completely rewrite it, you know, or remove it, you know, like this is... because it might be completely pointless, you know, to put time and effort into it, and it might be better to actually put that time and effort into something else, you know, because it's not that if you decide not to make, let's say, a Scoia'tael storyline, it's not that you decide, okay, you know, I'm not doing anything, so I'm gonna rest for the next 4 years until the game is shipped. You know, that's not how it works, right? Like, if you're not working on this, you're working on something else, right? So as a player, at the end of the day, you're always getting the thing, you know, you're always getting some kind of quests, you know, you're getting some kind of a content, you know, it doesn't have to be quests, locations, you know, music, enviro, really anything. So it's just a matter of shifting your perspective. XLiti9 wrote, "Hi Pavel, cut your stream. Awesome seeing you, bro." XLiti, thank you so much for catching the stream. BA Preda says, "Is there any highly requested features not implemented at the point Phantom Liberty releases? Is there any chance they still get worked on, or will the expansion really be the end of the road when it comes to big patches?" My friend, do you know what it means when I'm doing the ASMR? It means I can't tell you that, because it's about the future content. It's about the future content, my friend. You know, I can't comment on it. I'm sorry. You know, I can't really talk about anything that will be in the future there. So, yes. Hopefully there won't be a situation, though, that, you know, that something big is not, I would say, there. Yes. How many questions are too many questions? Leviathan on the Moon asks. That's a very good question, actually, my friend. I think you guys passed that point 2 years ago in April when I started streaming, so yes. Appletish asks, Pavel, do you think about quests in Fallout New Vegas as its RPG aspect? Does a game like this satisfy you as an RPG? Yeah, so they do satisfy me on the side of the RPG factor, but they do not satisfy me when it comes to execution, I would say. A lot of the stuff is how'd you call it? Like like Fallout New Vegas was produced with fairly low budget, and you can tell it, you know. And I'm not a huge fan of that. You know, you can see that some of the aspects, you know, have been done basically the way the team could do, and I know that the team has done their absolute best. You know. And I know Josh Sawyer and others, you know, have been working on it. They did what they could. However, not all the things that are well realized, I would say, in Fallout New Vegas. So when it comes to like player, I would say freedom and like RPG aspect, I like it. I really like it. Even at some points, I would say I love it. Even though I didn't have that big good of a time with Fallout New Vegas, because the game completely broke for me. In a horrible way, actually. I don't think it will be a spoiler, but basically in the game you have this character Caesar, and he was pissing me fucking off all the time. So what I did, and apparently this is a secured path, you can do it as a player. It just like, by some reason it really badly broke for me. But what I did, I told Caesar, okay, sure, I'm at the moment when he reaches out to you, I told Caesar, okay dude, I'm gonna be working with you. Let's meet, right? When they send this guy to meet me. I went to their camp. I went to the camp of Caesar, and I killed him and everyone in his crew. After agreeing to work with him. From that point on, the game was completely fucked. The game believed that I'm working with Caesar, but Caesar and everyone in his crew was dead. So it gave me the most random stuff. Like when I was going through the main story, like it gave me the most random shit ever. Like it was telling me like characters that were supposed to show up didn't. It was telling me that I'm working with Caesar even though he was a cold corpse at that point. Anyhow, I'm not intending to throw shit on Fallout New Vegas here because I like the game, I enjoyed the game. I think it's well constructed. However, you can see that it was more of a AA release. It really lacked budget and polish, and I played it, probably 10 years after it was released? So it was already with the patches and with everything. So I've been unlucky. Don't fucking kill Caesar. Don't tell that you want to work with Caesar and then kill him, because it fucked the game up completely. And you know, I remember even talking to Obsidian folks, and they told me it's weird that this path is actually secured. And it should work. So I was like, I think I was just unlucky with how the hell it happened. And the worst was that I didn't realize that the game just got, you know, bellied up, you know. So, yes, that was a very interesting, I would say, a playthrough I had with New Vegas. Sounds like New Vegas, but it's fun. Enola wrote, yeah. I mean, it was fun. It was fun. That's for sure. But yes. Did you play Fallout 4? No, I didn't. I have to admit, Aidan, that I got burnt so much on New Vegas that I didn't have a internal power in myself. And when I watched the reviews and I saw that the Fallout 4 literally looks the same and plays the same as New Vegas, and almost nothing changed since New Vegas. And I'm talking about how the game's played, how combat looks like, and so on. I was sweating into my pants when I saw that literally like Fallout 4 is literally the same thing. So I really I really thought, okay, I don't have enough willpower to go through this at this point, you know. Appletish said Fallout 4, it's very different though in its gameplay too. That's interesting, Appletish. I mean, I talked to many designers who played it, and I would say that the opinions are divided. But yes, sweating in pants, yeah, exactly, exit next level. Fallout 4 is great in my opinion. I mean, I'm not saying, guys, that Fallout 4 is not great. That's not what I said. I said that it looked way too close to New Vegas for me to be able to jump on it. And I'm talking about execution factor. How the game plays out, how it looks like, and how polished it is. So yes. Revolver Assault asks, do you think that not enough new IPs are being created now because big publishers prefer to bet on certain shots and big franchises rather than risk with new titles? Do we need more new IPs? I mean, I love new IPs, Revolver, you know? And I mean, I don't know, you know, sometimes I feel there's not enough new IPs, but I mean, regularly we are getting new IPs even from big studios, you know? So it's not like 100% that we are not getting new IPs and it's not enough of them. Because like, to be frank, like, you know, as a fan, when you love some kind of games, it's awesome to get a sequel of the game you love, you know? Like, I had an amazing time with Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I'm quite looking forward to Tears of the Kingdom. I think I will need a bit more time before I play it, because of like, I put like 200 plus hours into first Zelda, and I to the point that I got a bit of tired of it at the end of the playing, so I just need a bit of a break. But it's still great to get an amazing sequel, you know? And you know, without creating an IPs and continuations, we wouldn't be getting like, you know, Witcher 3 at some point. We wouldn't be getting Polaris. We wouldn't be getting Orion on Cyberpunk. So, I mean, the thing is that some IPs are becoming like those sort of encapsulated brands where you can tell so many different stories and do so many things. Like looking at Cyberpunk, right? Like we have Cyberpunk 2077, and then we have the Edge Runners, right? It's a product, right? Entertainment product in the same IP, and then we'll have Orion. And I don't know, I'm quite fucking excited to have like more thing in the world that I love, right? So like, as a player, I don't think the player's situation is so bad. Like, is bad. Like, there are, of course, you know, some games that are absolutely, like, milking the IP, let's call it. And, you know, like, the year-to-year releases of certain sports games or certain like car race games, and let's call them as an example. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not too fucking excited about getting like new colored grass and, you know, 7 new celebratory animation after scoring a goal, right? Like, that is that worth $70 in a new release? I don't think so. You know, there's barely any innovation, you know, in that field. So there are some IPs that, because they were turned into those money-making machines and they are published every single year, you know, it begs the question, okay, should we need more IPs on this sphere? That being said, though, those IPs sell incredibly well, so that means that the players actually buy it, and that means that the players actually like it, and that probably means that that players want it, you know. So all being said, I'm not really sure, like at the end of the day, like, players are voting by their wallets, right? If something is shit, like, you shouldn't be buying it, you shouldn't be playing it, right? Like, and if you don't want something, like, this is the best way to talk to the publishers and really show them, you know, what are your needs. But until the next games, next iterations, you know, in the same IP sell incredibly well, I don't think we'll be seeing much, I would say, revolutions on that sphere. So yes. Sir Neuromancer, interesting nickname, my friend. Sir Neuromancer said, can't wait for what you have in store for Orion and Phantom Liberty. Thank you so much, Sir Neuromancer, for your comment and for the sub. I really appreciated, my friend. I have to say, I'm so fucking excited for Phantom Liberty, and I'm trying not to show it. Not to hype you guys. So yes, that's why I'm always saying that I'm not hyping you guys for anything. You know, you can hype yourself. That's it. You know, I just. But yeah, I'm beyond excited, I would say, about Phantom Liberty. So yes. That's basically how it works. Okay. Science fiction person asks, will you work on Hadar? Well, I mean, Hadar is in such an early stages that, my friend, who knows what happens in the future. For sure, like, after shipping Phantom Liberty, my next project is Orion, and I will be also doing as much as I can and helping the Polaris team either with advice, or I'm planning also to do some actual work on the Polaris project. I would love to be completely honest. So because I cannot imagine not working on the next Witcher. I just cannot imagine not working on another Witcher. Like I think, okay, I'm fucking hyping you guys. I shouldn't. So this is my opinion, right? My personal opinion as Paweł Sasko. Like, I think that the games are gonna be fucking good. So I want to be part of something that is fucking good. You know what I mean? So yes, that's basically. But my next project is Orion. Obviously, that will be like my most of the time. But I'm going to be doing some stuff for Polaris as well because I want to. Yes. So yes. Oh, Creep Slasher asks, Creep Slasher, so good to have you, by the way, with us. God damn it, I missed you, my friend. Creep Slasher says, have you played Pentiment yet? If so, did you think of it? I didn't play Pentiment yet. I would love to, though. I really like Josh Sawyer. I think he's an awesome dude. I think like the Obsidian team is very talented, and I love original and unique games like this. So yeah, it is somewhere on my list. Right now, I'm playing NieR Automata. So I want to play NieR because I wanted to play it for some time, and then after NieR Automata, I'm going to play Inscription. At least that's my plan. So maybe Pentiment could be after, because I'm trying to play like AAA and indie, and then AAA and indie every time like this. So that's my plan. That's how I'm playing games always, and I'm picking the games and playing the games that are either have some meaningful innovation in them or amazing story, or are have good story. Maybe not even amazing, but good story. So that's basically what I'm playing, and I still need to play new God of War. So that is something that I still have to do. Smasher's Wife wrote, "I trust you, Paweł." Oh, Smasher's Wife, but you hope for more Smasher, right? I know what you're thinking about. Oh God, Revolver Salota said, Paweł Sasko says, The Witcher 4 will be a masterpiece. See the video. Thanks, Revolver. I'm glad. Kira wrote, I loved NieR Automata. It is a really good game and amazing soundtrack. Yeah, I mean, I have to admit, like, I had some trouble of getting into combat, especially at the beginning. So I had to like switch for some time from normal to easy to get into the combat, because it's so different than what I'm used to. Even though I quite like slashers, like I love the Devil May Cry games. I played 3, 4, and 5, and I beat all of them. So I love like slashers like this. But NieR Automata has a very specific feel to it, I would say, when it comes to combat. I had trouble at the beginning to get into it, but I think I'm over that beat a bit. Oh, can we get 2B hairstyle and headband for Cyberpunk? Ragnar asks. Oh, that's a cool idea. Cybercaldos asks, 6 days until 2-year anniversary. Thank you for an awesome game. Question, did the team want to put Adam Smasher more in Takemura quests like the parade as mini-boss, or was he always to be final boss in Cyberpunk? And last, you think Adam Smasher is an awesome character? Cybercaldos, so actually a really interesting question. So when we were working on it, the parade was done by Philip Weber. We actually had a thought of making the I would say Smasher into a boss in the parade, and there was like one variant of the story when we were discussing, but basically because of how the story structure looked like, the story arcs and so on, we thought, okay, no, actually it's much more useful to actually have Adam Smasher as a main opponent later, rather than have him here. So that was the discussion there. But you know, as you know, we have actually worked on a pretty awesome boss fight that replaced that. So I don't think it's a loss, because you got instead Oda fight. So Kira wrote, it was really hard for me to get to it at the beginning. I started once, had a break for a month, and then got into it again. Yeah, I had to try like a few times. Jesus Christ. Spicy Boy Blaze, thank you for being with us. Asks if Geralt made it into Fortnite, what about the odds of V making it in? Well, I mean, so those are the topics that normally our biz dev team, so our business development team, is taking care of. You know, I do have, of course, a lot of contacts with them. We talk about a lot of initiatives together, but I'm not making such calls, you know, who appears where and so on. So that's as much as I can say. I have no knowledge about it, Spicy Boy Blaze, at this point. Creep Slasher Reload, you'll love Pentiment. I think I finished last week, and it hasn't left my mind since. It's an extremely unique game. Vibes are immaculate, and there's a great educational vibe to it. It's too lovely if so you're a history nerd like me. Story's really well written as well. That's fucking great to hear, actually. You're making me hype for playing Pentiment, so sounds good to me. Okay then, my dears, you know, have you played Mass Effect games? Yes, I played all of them aside of Andromeda. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough willpower at the end to play Andromeda. Maybe I should actually play it before the new Mass Effect comes out, because I played all of the Mass Effects but didn't play Andromeda. So maybe I should actually play it before the new Mass Effect is out. That would be good, you know. Ibex Strike wrote, gotta give another shout out recommendation to God of War Ragnarok. It's truly epic, like the older tales of Gilgamesh. I also think they're taking hints from CDPR with tying up loose ends and interpersonal dialogue outside of major scenes. Interesting. Ibex Strike, or Ibex Strike, thank you for your comment. You're not missing out, I am telling you. Strictly 9. Oh, that was about the that was about Andromeda. I don't know, like yeah, Sapphire quite liked it, you know. So I'm like, yeah, Sapphire wrote Andromeda is good, but not the same as the trilogy. Different feel to it, but still worth trying. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I may try it. Like, I don't want to be like completely out of the loop with the Mass Effect IP when the game comes out. You know, so. When the new Mass Effect really comes out, so I'm really looking forward to it. I think I'm looking more forward to it, to Mass Effect, than New Dragon Age, to be honest. However, honestly, I'd love to play some good Bioware game again. So I'm not gonna complain about any of them if they come out. You know, I'll play for sure. I really hope they are great. Ash Beauty Fusion asks, any chance you guys are going to re-implement empty bullet casing ejection from guns on current gen consoles? They've been missing since 1.2. That is a very interesting comment, Ash Beauty Fusion. Could you please let know our customer support about this, my friend? Just throw them an email. If you like type Cyberpunk customer support, you will get a page. You can like report a thing. I don't know if this is a known issue, so it would be fantastic if you can let the team know. Velhar wrote, Andromeda is good, but main characters meh. Yeah. Oh, 21:37, time to play the game. Magda wrote. Oh, Magda, perfect, perfect timing. Lil Snoozy says, have you spoken of what you think the weaknesses, oh shit, the chat scrolled, in both franchises are in terms of the game side? If this puts anyone on the blast and don't answer. Lil Snoozy, but you're talking about what franchises? You're talking about Cyberpunk and Witcher, as I understand. So have you spoken of what you think the weaknesses in both franchises are? I mean, I've spoken about that for like past 2 years constantly, to be completely honest. So I'm not sure what I could add to it. Like, I think like the biggest weakness of Witcher was always its gameplay, and because not art, not music, not story, so that's for sure not. like I think its gameplay have been its weakest for sure. You know, the specifically, you know, like that it just feels like, I think it just feels too basic. I would say when it comes to like different ways how you can build Geralt and so on. Sure, there is some variety. I'm not saying it's bad, but I think it is significantly weaker, you know, than other aspects like art and music and story and so on in the Witcher games. So that is one thing. When it comes to Cyberpunk, I mean, well, we've been talking a lot about it. Like, I think when it comes to the game, like, I think the fairly big disconnect between main story and the open world and ludonarrative dissonance of you being forced to run for to find out, you know, about your how to say it, like medicine, sort of to heal yourself, to help yourself, to save yourself, is contradicting with the open world factor of the game quite a lot. So that's like one of the bigger minuses of Cyberpunk, like in general. I think its music is awesome. I think its story is very solid. I think when it comes to the quests, I think we could do even more non-linearities, especially the narrative non-linearities, and better telegraph the consequences, because this is a lot of people is missing. Even though the consequences are very often there, you as a players, you are not seeing a lot of the consequences because you just need to find them in Cyberpunk. So this is a weakness in a way, and it needs to be addressed in some ways. And I think those are probably the biggest like weaknesses of Cyberpunk that I'm seeing right now, right? Because like I think with all the patches and all the updates, like there's a lot of like features added and so on. Like of course, you know, like when it comes to the systems itself, you know, I wish Cyberpunk had much more immersive sim elements, specifically elements that allow you to be in the world. You know, go for a burger, go for a, you know, zapiekanka, you know, go for your pierogi, you know, go meet your, you know, loved one, you know, go for a beer together, like things that are actually just allowing you to be in the world. So I think that would be probably like a third thing, you know, just much more like, I would say, simulatory approach. Like for instance, you have a train in Cyberpunk going around, like why can't you like just drive it, you know, and be able to be there? Like I know it's not important for the game itself, but it is important for immersion, right? So like I would say those are like very clear, I would say, weaknesses in Cyberpunk for me. I would say maybe the length of the main stories, in a way, one of the aspects. Like I think, but we were talking about it in the past, that I think like some of the side quests, especially the side quests that are about the main characters, so especially Kerry, Eurodyne, and whole Samurai, that should be probably required before you can progress with the main story, because a lot of people missed it. A lot of people played just the simplest possible path of Cyberpunk, finished the game, and wrote on Twitter or social media that they beat the game in like, I don't know, 15-20 hours, and the game is too short and there's too little content, right? Because they didn't delve into any side content, anything there, because they expected it to be filler or low quality, which I don't think is the case in Cyberpunk, really. So I think like structurally the narrative should be slightly differently structured. Yeah, I think those are the things. Michael Milch Tepish says, hello Pavel, greetings from Germany. Greetings from Poland, my friend. Danke for being here. Vielen Dank. Chemical asks, will you give me an answer if it's worth going through Cyberpunk to prepare a save before the new edition? Well, I mean, Chemical, it depends what you want, right? Like, I would say, because like, if you want to like play just the expansion when it comes out, yeah, I guess it's worth playing it now. But if you would want to just replay the whole game together with expansion, I think it's worth to wait, you know? So it's really the matter of like, how are you feeling about the How are you feeling? Like, how much you're liking Cyberpunk? Do you intend to replay Cyberpunk when the expansion comes out? Because if so, I think it makes sense to wait, you know, for expansion to be there with everything, and then you can do it. I think that is a great idea. However, like, if you just want to play the expansion and you never intended and you're not going to check anything else, then sure, yeah. I think playing it now and preparing the save, you know, for yourself is a decent solution. The major, like, I think a lot of major things have been added, you know, to Cyberpunk. So I think like replaying it now with all of those things is a slightly different experience than playing it, let's say, at launch. My friends, I am loving your questions, but we need to play the game. Yes, the parade is waiting. Yes. Milchsteppich, good pronunciation. Oh, danke schön. Danke schön. Vielen Dank. Ach so, ja. Was ist los? Wunderbar. Yeah, let me actually load it. Okay, I have it. Milchsteppich? Oh, yes. Thank you. Did you watch Poland versus France? No, I didn't. No, I didn't, my friend. I was working on stuff. Ich muss mich werden hallen. Not actually sure what it means. Ich muss mich werden hallen. I'm still waiting to buy the game. Will buy it once all DLC released. AKS 89500 wrote. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for being hyped about playing the game. So now, let's us play. Yes, 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 yes. It's time to play the game. Kirkov Kalashnikov, hello, my friend. Great that you're with us. I am glad that you are here, you know. What happened to your verified status, Kirkov Kalashnikov? I didn't see you actually on the chat for some time. I'm glad you're back with us. We missed you. Anyway, so I am in the game. Yes, we need to switch the game. Werdenhalen means transforming. Oh, ach so, Gesundheit. Okay. Dankeschön. Dankeschön, mein Freude. Okay, I will stop completely butchering German in a moment because I think we all had enough of that. Cybervesna, one of the very few things. Oh God, chat is scrolling. I will switch the audio and start playing. I want to check what Cybervesna wrote. Cybervesna wrote, one of the very few things that I noticed is great for immersion in Dying Light was the ability to join the campfire where the player could do just that. There were groups of people sat around and each was taking different stories. Some about the events in the game that the player did with some commentary on it, or some random stories about the character who talked. That is very cool. Imo, it would be great to have such immersion in spots like Aldecato's camp or Mama Wella's bar. Afterlife actions matter. Thank you, Cybervesna. Very cool comment. Oh, Kirkov said, I'm glad I'm here. My checkmark should be around here. Yes, it actually, right now you have your checkmark. Kirkov, that's great that we have you here. Lily Snoozy says, thank you for answering my questions in such a concise and focused manner. I'm definitely going to look in a conversation, this topic that you spoke about. I'd like to see how you guys learned delving into a new type of game that for the studio being the switch from a fantasy medieval folkish setting to an FPS shooter based on an alternate future dystopia. Hope you guys gained some new information that you can spend years applying to your next titles. Cheers. Thank you, Little Snoozy. It's really appreciated. Show me my husband, Smasher's wife wrote. Right. And my homie's husband too. Oh yes, we are talking about all the Arasaka people that are going to join and attack us. Well, yes. Is Magda Zich still in your team? She's a great writer. Absolutely, of course she is. Of course she is. I really love working with Magda, so yes, of course she is with us. I hope we get more refused samurai songs. I enjoy hearing you talk passionately about the project you work on, what the future would possibly bring for us players. Okay, Mosaic Frog, thank you for your comment, my friend. I mean, getting more songs would be fucking rad. I completely agree with you. However, please have in mind that I'm not trying to hype you guys, okay? I am not trying to hype you guys. Okay, everyone's ready to play? Yes, yes, yes? Okay, let's do it. Some arcade conversation. Let's check it. Okay, my chums. Archive conversation because Nicolas and Gilberto. Let's check it out. Did he come see you? Who? So he wasn't. If he was, would you know who I mean? What's going on? Not what? Who? That fucking ninja. No idea where the fuck they got him from, but I'm telling you, one look is enough to make you piss yourself. He came with the princess? Ha! Looks like her head of security. He came to leave something here, some gear, like 15 minutes ago. I'm still fucking shaking. Seriously, watch out for him. God damn it. Okay, it's a intense introduction to we know who, right? What a start! Voice acting 10 out of 10, Magda, thank you! Love the Refused Men, they're the greatest punk band, Guadalupe wrote. I'm glad you think so. Kirkov wrote no hype here for sure. Oh, yes, that's good. To we know who, Pinky Julian, yes. In my case, thanks for Asper. Mr. Kaput said, no problem, my friend. Thank you for being with us. Okay, let's loot that. Okay, then, my chooms. What the heck? Okay, so we need to reach the first sniper and neutralize him. You guys ready? Okay, let's disarm this. Another Shade of Punk is their greatest album. Yes, Guadalupe, I actually know Another Shade of Punk. I actually know Another Shade of Punk. I didn't listen to it like a lot, but yeah, I had the period when I was like having it on the loop when I was working on Cyberpunk. So they're very, very solid band. Very solid band. Dennis is an awesome guy, by the way, so... what is the role of writers of giving a game after they write it? Because guess they don't move on to the next project so fast. Do they oversee how they implement their dialogue and stories into the game they play it? A Revolver, like, first of all, like, first that writers do, they actually take care of writing everything in the dialogues. And when that's done, they are actually taking care of all the on-screens. And when on-screens are, is everything that is not being recorded, but is being localized. So for instance, the shard that we just read about this conversation, this has to be read. This has to be written by the writers. And my friend, like, you played Cyberpunk a lot, so you know that we do have a fucking ton of this. Like a ton. All the websites, all the text messages, all the books, all the newspaper, all the websites. Like, there is so much stuff that they have to write. So basically, after writing the dialogues, they just jump into writing all of the on-screen content, and it takes like months of work, like months of work, like to half a year, sometimes longer. Also because like the you know, the on-screen content, so content that is not being recorded but is localized, that kind of content is actually much easier to I would say, much easier to add. So because of that, like, as we work, we keep on adding stuff, like, hey, another archive conversation. So we keep on adding stuff, basically, to the game, and our writers, they need to jump in, and they need to basically make sure that it's all written, you know? So this takes a shit ton of time. And then they basically replay the game as well. They make sure that there's no typos, you know, they basically take care of the quality of the writing. So, you know, like, that or the rules are followed and so on, especially in the Polish, right? Because they take care of the Polish. and our adaptation team takes care of the English, so they are focused on those two, while basically our adaptation team and all of the vendors and outsourced teams that are working for us are taking care of other language versions, you know? And we have like in the team people specialized in lots of different languages, not only in English and Polish. So yes, let's go. And another conversation between Mallory and Vicky. Okay, let's go. It's not as bad as I thought. At least it's warm. Fucking stinks though. Oh, what's too bad, Vicky? If could you take you in, but we've just got a message saying we can't contact former employees. There are cams and every corner running facial recognition. I know, it's okay. Don't worry, I'll find out. I'll find another job and be back on my feet. Stat! I hope so. We're rooting for you. Sorry, gotta go. Think someone's coming. Oh, get back to me when you can. Vicky? Vicky! God damn it! We need to figure out what the fuck happened to Vicky. Also, stinky tofu. Here we go, guys. Stinky tofu. Anyway, very interesting. Jesus Christ, this is like so fucking epic looking. Anyway, let me actually check the surroundings. No, I should go upstairs. Let's go. The stinky tofu, yes. Yes, it is. This is a some not lootable thing here. That is annoying when that happens, my chooms. That is annoying. Happens from time to time, sadly. I'm grateful that this you know, gun shooting explosive rounds is actually stealthy. You know, nobody heard anything. So that's actually oh Jesus, he lost his fucking arm. What a poor person. God damn it. Okay, someone's there. Okay, this is locked.
Come on out. You're not in trouble.
Come on out, you're not in trouble. I'm not in trouble. Did you guys see? Maybe under the body. Yeah, Jack Dulahan. I know it was under the body, but yes, sadly.
You're only making it worse for yourself. Come out.
Sadly, I didn't move the body. Okay, let's try to do that. God damn it. Oh God, no! No! I am so bad with this. This, and... Oh, at least managed to do something. Okay then. Hacks. Yes, exactly. I was hacking this. Let's check messages. Secure your soul medical report 11.
Come on out. You're not in trouble.
God damn it, this guy is like, you know, really motivated to convince me that I'm not in trouble, you know? Pavel the hacker, exactly 3D man. That's basically, think he's there.
Worse for yourself. Come out.
Pavel, what is your favorite car? Oh, I think that, you know, Quadra Vitek is my favorite car. I believe so, you know. There's like a bunch of them, but I think like, also the Bandit, you know, version, the one that was in free DLC. That one's also awesome. He's got smasher fighting style. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Tonaki Kuroda is writing to Lucas Barreto. Let's check it out. 2010, Thomas Bebenstein. 60-second cooling system malfunction occurred. See report 18585-1. No effect on procedure. Equipment diagnostic request has been filed. 2011, 211. Agnes Vatira. Procedure encountered with no problems, but was delayed by 2 hours. Client under influence of strong sedatives. 212. David Pucci. Successful procedure, no issues. 213. Jack M. Stashak. One of the cores overlooked overloaded during the procedure. See report 8554-4, indicating likely secondary or tertiary brain injury concealed by client. Additional observation of construct recommended to detect potential anomalies. 2014. Anmar von Gamroth. Successful procedure, no issues. 215. Lucas von Gamroth. Class 3 anomaly detected in first procedure. Construct deleted. Second procedure successful, despite client's aggressive behavior. 216. Edward Lawrence II. Client died during procedure. Autopsy scheduled. Believed to be circulatory heart failure. 217. Eva Ferryman. Successful procedure, no issues. 218. Michael Christo, class 1 anomaly detected during procedure. Construct has been quarantined at extremely medium for further and quarantined on external medium for further research. My dears, it seems they are really fucking doing some excessive operations and testing here.
You're not in trouble.
Pavel is Duolingo. Oh, thank you. Come on now, you're not in trouble. I mean, if I'm not in trouble, that's fine. I'm coming. Thank you, my man. I appreciate.
You're only making it worse for yourself. Come out.
That was not exactly what I meant. Like I was like almost there, but not entirely, not completely. Yeah, I need to rethink this. Jesus Christ. I'm glad that nobody heard me.
Maintenance area. You can climb up from there.
Okay,
And if
Takemura.
that doesn't work, you can use the footbridge to your right.
Uh-huh.
Watch out for the float jets. Unless you intend to get cooked, I would keep my head low.
God damn it. Okay, Takemura, thanks. Wow! I love this section, by the way, in the game. I'm just checking all the side rooms and shit. Those barges are so cool, by the way. Like, I remember when Philip Weber was working on this quest, you know, and we had to customly, like, completely prepare them, you know, for them to be made like this. Look at that! The helmet is coming. The helmet is coming. Okay, anyway. Okay, I have the access card. Okay, he was saying to reach the area on the right. But I'm feeling like, let's try actually this thing. Where it actually takes me. Oh shit. That was not what I wanted to do. Let me really quickly try to get there again. Okay. We are like next to that barge. Yo. That is fucking awesome though. I have to admit. Okay, chooms. Not a problem. Not a problem. I took down this bad person. This bad person, he also had only ammo, so that's not nice. He could have better loot, but okay. Elevator. That's unexpected. Oh. Interesting. So I'm at the balcony. I can get the foyer. Should I actually try it? Sheesh, Pavel's damage is over 9,000. Yes, pretty much. Pretty much. Specifically over 9,000. Let's just see what we can find in the foyer. That was the anti-tank gun to the face. Oh, surrender immediately? Oh, shit. shit. Fuck. Okay, I need to learn not to shoot the explosive rounds when I'm standing by the wall because they explode in my face. Yes.
You're only making it worse for yourself.
How many times did you end the game when it was done? Oh god, like, oh god, I didn't save. I mean, I have played the game constantly, right? But it's not that I was like finishing the game like you know, like players do, because like I constantly keep replaying stuff. So so basically, like, it's really difficult for me to tell, you know, how many times I finished the game. I played it over and over, like I played it constantly for like you know, 4.5 years or so during production. Where is that guy? There used to be that guy, right? That we came over and he was here, wasn't he? That's very interesting. Let's go foyer. The guy is not here, so yes. Explosion closed eyes. Yes, I basically managed to figure this out, you know, from the clues that the game was giving me. The clues might be quite subtle, though, so, you know, I had to die twice to actually fucking figure that out. Okay, so they're showing me to go actually downstairs. Okay. Jesus Christ. Oh shit, the drones. One less. Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Cooked Arasaka for you, serving. Oh shit. I am literally dying here. Wow, okay. This is...
Well, that would be all.
Yes, apparently. Well done. One problem remains.
Oh shit, so that was the sniper. Okay. I made him come to me. That's
You must get rid of her.
Did I actually destroy both drones with one shot? I did.
She hides in an unfinished apartment building near to the second sniper station.
Okay, okay, Takemura.
Okay, on my
It's
way.
cool. Thank you. Let's go. Let's loot them. Nice, nice, nice. Oh shit! This person's alive. God damn it! We need to stop this from happening. Anyway, oh, can you hear it? I hope that Cybervesna's with us. Oh, you are? Yeah, that's nice, Cybervesna. So do you hear the song? Curious, right? Curious who's singing. Oh shit! What the fuck? Okay, that was unexpected. That was unexpected. Okay. What the fuck? From where you came from? Those drones are like... Yes, give me that coffee. Perfect. Okay, well, I managed. I play like a complete bozo. Like, I act like I don't have hands, literally. But you know what? We managed. And we didn't die, which is nice for a change. Oh shit, did I hear mine? Well, that was like a perfect timing. Perfect timing, famous last words. At least I didn't die. At least I didn't die, and then I fucking got exploded with that mine. Jesus. That is, yes, very not nice. Anyway. Okay, my troops, I need to focus because I'm distracted, probably because of the chat again. As always, you guys are distracting me. Let's go. We need to, okay, then. There was this drone here. I looked through in the window, and it literally like, oh shit, it's here. They're like... Oh, so there is this catwalk here. Holy shit. I was a nice merc. Please don't kill me. Jesus Christ. Okay. Those bastards. There's the drone outside of the window. This makes you like creep out so much. Where are you? Motherfucker. Oh yeah, I see him. Okay. We'll do something about it. Hopefully. I'm shooting the window. I can't kill him from there. Okay. Well, you know, I mean, stop blaming us, just get good. Oh yes, thank you, Victor. Thank you, Victor. I will... Okay, guys. I need to take notes. I need to like take notes and remember that there is this mine there. Because like, why are you doing this? Well, I mean, I'm trying not to. It's not that I'm fucking intentionally running there and dying. I'm trying not to die. Like, I literally forgot about this fucking mine there. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, chums. Now we are playing for sure. Okay. Shit. What the fuck? This is like so packed with fucking enemies. I know that theoretically I have triggered the combat here. Well, not theoretically, but practically. Fucking hell. That's better. Okay, guys, there was this fucking mine here. It's gone, right? Because, like, it exploded when I shot that thing, right? It did explode. Okay. We are moving forward. That is excellent. By the way, I wanted to mention such a great, actually, section here of good level design and good quest design. The way how this whole, like, section here is built and constructed. That as a player, I can go through those things, you know, where I actually can still see the parade, you know, basically happening. So I constantly have the context, basically in which we are like working, in which the context in which I'm playing. It's really well put together by Philip, and I don't know who was the level designer here, but I love the way they put it together. Okay, another Mallory and Vicky. Oh, that's the one that we already had. Yeah. Okay, so we read this one before. That's fine. Let me check if we can get here. Let's do it. Okay, so this one's easy. that was not what I wanted to do. Shit. Okay, and then this one, yes. Woohoo! Look at this. Fucking exploited that PC, you know? This one is easy, famous last words. Thank you, Pinky, for believing in me. Vacation with the Stars, the Crystal Palace, unbeatable offer. I didn't see this before. We didn't, because like, Save My Life, yeah, this one we read, the Porno BD we did read, but this one we didn't actually. Let me check out this PC. Have you been to Thailand, Morocco, and Alaska more times than you count? Looking for an adventure that isn't just another tour around Europe? Do you want to see how the world's biggest film and brain stars relax and party? Do you want to see the stars among the stars? Now you can! The Crystal Palace is offering a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to book an Airview apartment along with an cosmically gargantuan selection of vouchers for any of our award-winning restaurants and casino comps to get Lady Luck on your site early. And don't worry, we do everything to ensure your stay is heavenly, but your bill isn't astronomical. God damn it, this is literally like Polska Górą wrote schodzony. Salesman Paweł, yeah, exactly. I tried to give it this like, you know, that's the way I sell shit, my friends, you know? That's the way I do that. Anyway. Okay, we explored this and shot shit. I think we have it here. Crystal's Palace confirmed. Okay, well, you know. Okay, my dears, let's go into this elevator. Okay, so from foyer, we are going to level 21 right now. We were in level 18 before, right? Can you talk about Hanako singing? Was it already planned or was it last minute decision? No, it was actually like this, that Philip Weber, basically, I think it was Philip who had this idea, and he was talking to our composers if we can actually make it happen to give this like additional flair for you as a player, because you know what is your objective. And in a way, the objective is her, right? Like Iguadalu's wrote, follow the melody. Exactly. So that idea, you know, to really have it there was from the very beginning, but we didn't know if we will be able to pull it off, you know? So we were building everything with the assumption that we will, but we didn't know, like sometimes it simply doesn't work, you know, or you are not managing to achieve everything that you wanted, you know? But from the very beginning, the idea was to have it, you know, here. And I'm really glad that we managed to do it.
Oh shit, not good.
Fuck. Okay. I was just, for a second, like, what the fuck? And I'm getting more and more sick. Like, V is like, because you can see the progression of sickness sort of happening. So V is now even like doing the, you know, at the very beginning, she's like coughing and so on. Stop, go back. Here you go, my dears. I love this. How many hours do you have already in this single mission? Like 3? Hey, I play games really slowly. I taste the games, you know. I experience them, you know. It's like a great food, you know. I you know, taste it. I take time. I fucking play really slowly. Everything. All the games, not only ours. Maybe she's tired after getting hit with so many sniper explosives. Oh shit. Peter says, I was playing Cyberpunk this weekend. I feel there is still too much in your face of side quests and contracts. Like there are a lot of marks on a map, and how V knows about those side quests. I lost immersion there. What do you think about it? Peters, I mostly agree with you, you know, like there are things, you know, how the game explains to you, how you actually know all of those things and see all of those things. But it's not really like that I'm actually like completely passionate and excited about like marking everything like this, you know. But again, this hasn't been my call. I'm not really too happy with the way how that has been handled, my friend. So hopefully, you know, moving forward with the future, we'll be able to do those things better, you know, for you. Cybervesna, those are the moments that give you so much immersion, like you're living it for real. Small detail that's so emotional. Yep, I agree, Cybervesna. I agree. It's amazing. Like I love when our games and our quests and so on our stories have those like really banging moments like this, you know, because you can really get immersed, you know. Okay, done. Perfect picture for photo mode. That's another thing, yeah. So, time to save the game. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for some banger? Let's make sure we look good. Let's make sure we look good. With you know, for this. Going with this one. Going with this one. I think we're going with this one. You know. Let's be sure that we are looking properly, you know, for the standoff. Let me go into crafting. Actually, I want to check if I can go and upgrade any of the guns that I actually have equipped. No, I can't. Actually, everything is on to the limit. Let me check my equipment, but that's the same situation. Okay, well, you know, I think we are kind of ready, you know, because do I have any points to spend? Nope. We are fucking as powerful as we only can be. So, swords only? You are, my friend, overestimating it a bit, you know? Ilindi said, I agree, I ignored the map a lot and get explosion going, to get the exploration going for the first time. It made me for a nice organic playthrough. When I checked the map for everything, I got to be a checklist. Yeah, exactly. The, other than that, like, I think there are mods as well, you know, where you can disable those. So, that's a good idea. Good luck, Pavo. Hey, you know, let's do it. Let's do it. I have my CD Projekt gear on, you know, the fucking rebel. Let's rock this shit up, you know. I'm ready. Let's go.
Now, B, I have audition. Pull out our link.
Interesting location. Look very suspicious, huh? Doesn't it? Let's go.
Been on a while. Time for a break. Fuck! Of course you're here.
Okay, my friends, let's go. Time to punish. Time to punish him. Oh shit! But I'm absolutely missing every sucking fucking shot. Fuck. Okay, my friends, we are still fucking live. That is actually.
Beware. He will activate camouflage. Look who breaks in the light.
Activate the camouflage. Well, I mean, he fucking did, and I can't see shit. I love the verticality, by the way, in this map. Where the fuck are you? Oh, here you are. Nope. Where the heck? You can do it, Pavel. Thank you. Where the fuck are you? Fuck. Motherfucker. I mean, I love this boss fight. It's really awesome. Like, I mean, I can tell you guys a bit, you know, when we've been developing it, like, we knew, or literally actually quite early, you know, that we wanted to do this boss fight here. So the team, you know, Philipp Weber and the level designer that I don't remember who was working on it, actually at the time, they've been like, they've been working together. Hello? They've been working together to make sure that the, you know, this boss fight can be as cool as possible. You know, that's why, you know, the whole map has been prepared with like a lot of verticality in mind. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. That was a long ass reload. Okay. We are focused, my friends. Grenades! Yes, God, I love this slow moment when Oda's first attack. Yeah. When he jumped from here. Hello? Shit, okay, that's the... What? Did he heal? Jesus Christ, I'm not going to kill him ever like this. Oh shit. Fucking hell, he's like healing. Motherfucker, where are you? He's doing his fucking circus jumps and shit.
He fights for the good cause. No, you fight for what is right and true. You must stand on your feet.
Fuck. Eat this, you motherfucker. Okay. Let's do it! Fucking standoff! I will beat the shit out of you!
I'm sorry, Oda.
No,
You brought this on yourself, too.
no, you didn't have to.
Okay. I'm sorry. You know, I managed to beat him. Are you fucking are you proud of me? You killed him? I mean, I don't know. I was beating him and he kind of fall. I think it was an accident. Like, look at this. This space is completely not prepared for a safe work. Like, normally, how you can actually work here? Like, this is... He literally, like, all that should literally, like, suit the place, you know, the people that are, like, owning this space. It was literally not prepared to be, like, properly, like, safely worked. And, you know, he has fallen down and you know, broke his dick. Like, it looks like this for me, you know? So, it's a very unsafe environment. I mean, completely. Like, how the hell you can do that? Anyway, completely agree with Pavo. It's an accident. Had to, can't leave any loose ends. Oh, right. So, I'm not really sure. Why did you kill Oda? He lit so many candles for just two of you. Well, that's a good thing. But you know, I didn't kill Oda. That was just a how'd you say it? A work accident. Okay, my friends, I think what had to, can't leave any loose ends.
You've done the same to me.
Shit.
You saw it.
I will remember this. There should be nothing standing in your way now. We press forward.
Okay. I don't think Takemura appreciated this, like, a lot. But I mean, I'm glad we got some cool fucking loot. That's... Oh, yeah, that's one. Polycarbonate. Actually, is that... No, this one's better, still. No, actually, even this one's better. Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, anyway, Arasaka polycarbonate laced bulletproof armored vest. God damn it. Okay, well, yeah, because it has, I have basically here the armadillos in it. Good. Anyway, Matt 16 wrote cause of death of Oda's official paperwork to Hanako and Smasher. He tripped and broke his dick. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Actually, I have like over 500 witnesses, my friends. So it is what it is. Life is dangerous. Not everyone, lives it safely through it. Sadly, it had to be done. Not a fan of it, but I was forced. You saw it. God damn it! I didn't expect this. I didn't expect my feast to be so powerful. But well, Takemura will still call you shit eventually. So, sorry, what? I was looking in the other way. Kirkov, that's not true. You weren't looking other way. I am sure that I have a lot of witnesses that I was an accident. He just fall, and had this unfortunate event occur. Not a death for a ninja. I mean, well, they could have think about it before and made this place much more secure. Anyway, let's go.
Okay, Preem. Online and in the system. Hanako's inside.
What is she doing?
Trying to call someone, I think.
Try to listen.
Do
B,
not
do
forget
you
to
wish to
disarm
die?
the alarm.
Get back
And you
behind
must
cover.
be able to enter.
危険だと警告されたの。小田とも連絡が取れないし、何か変だわ。
パレードを中止すれば弱さを露呈したと思う。
This is so awesome, actually, that
誰
'cause
の
I remember when we were trying to figure out
私
how
が
to
参
show
加した
this
のは
scene.
あくまでもお父様を追悼するため。操り人形になるためじゃないわ。
この見せ物ではみんなに役割がある。美智子は文句を言ってないぞ。だがお前が言うなら中止してもいい。全部やめだ。お前の安全が第一だからな。
Yeah, I can tell you so much about the scene, but let's look at it play
兄
out.
さん。やり終えましょう。
ありがとう、花子。せっかくの式典だ。やり終えなければ悔いが残る。
Fucking love the fact that I can be here and so on and see it. So, one thing that I wanted to tell you is like that when we were actually working on that scene, like one of the things we really wanted to do is like figure out a way how as a player you can really be there but you're not there, and
It will be too late soon.
how to do it. Yeah, I need to go.
All systems jammed. It's
And
now or
it
never.
was important for us that basically Yorinobu and Hanako, they actually talk in Japanese. And basically Kiroshi translates that.
お許しを。どうか話だけでもお聞きください。三郎様は
父のことを口にしないで。
これが俺にできる最後のご奉仕なのです。三郎様の死について真実を明かすことは花子様、無礼を働きたくありません。しかし B, run!
Shit!
Okay,
Whatever he did, now we're really fucked.
let's.
We couldn't trust him. What happened to keeping him on his leash? We just Delta the fuck out of here.
Time to Delta the fuck out of here. But by the way, it was so awesome actually to have this scene like really play out in Japanese, because it was natural for us that they will have to like talk Japanese to each other, because it wouldn't make sense, right, for them to talk to English. So that's actually so cool that like the Kiroshi is allowing this like translation, because it basically shows the culture and so on. Run. Okay, let's go, my chooms. Oh shit, no, because like if I start shooting, my man Stan is literally like, oh shit, I shot that thing behind him, whatever that was, and destroyed it. Oh, those are the dolphins. Fucking destroyed the dolphins. Poor people. This is really cool. Anyway, let's loot this. Poor dolphins. Yeah. Let's go. Talk to me.
Are you secure?
Yeah, for now. Lost your fucking mind?
There's no time to explain. We must meet.
Jesus Christ.
Where are you?
An abandoned apartment block on Pine Street. Second floor. Number 303. Knock 4 times. Hurry.
Okay, I need to remember to knock 4 times, right? Because otherwise it may be not nice, actually. I didn't even know the gold statues were destructible. It's going to have to blow them all the way now. Yeah. Okay, Takemura, thank you. Vine Street, abandoned building, 3rd floor, hurry up. Knock 4 times, make sure nobody follows you 4 times, confirm you understand. Do we understand? Do we understand it's 4 times? Yes, 4 times. Oh, did I answer? I didn't. Oh, or did I? Excellent. Better to be careful. Okay, cool. Cool. Thanks, Takemura, I guess. So, my dears, time to go to the hideout.
I look okay to you? We're about to go live.
Oh, hello.
3, 2, 1.
I rarely admit to my mistakes, but this time I underestimated your determination, yours and Takemura's. All I ask is to keep your main entirely out of this affair. Of course, I will return the favor. Yep. You know, Wakako doesn't want to be connected with us.
This is Jillian Jordan of N54 News coming to you live from Japantown, where a commemorative parade in honor of Saburo.
It's actually so cool that you can actually see her live here. You know, on the
we've spoken to
on the scene.
A shootout on one of the celebratory. Hey, stay out of the shot.
Ah, shot. Sorry, I was.
Let's do it again.
I don't know even if you ever saw it. Yeah. I know that they can get in the camera.
This
oh
is
shit.
Jillian Jordan of N54 News coming to you live from Japan.
Yes. Anyway, but I love that kind of reactivity, you know, in the game and so on. Anyway, my dears, I think we have played this. So time to play Search and Destroy. Are you? Shit. Are you guys in the mood for Search and Destroy? Because I am. Let me look for the car. What kind of car we are going to pick to get there? Maybe we should just get this one because it's.
Shit!
Oh, God damn it! The thing is like destroying me. Okay, Cybervesna wrote. Yes, and also that moment is so key for hitting at what is actually going on. Yorinobu specifically saying to Hanako, play your role. This isn't genuine. This isn't really an act, a cover-up for the public. And if we pay attention enough, we'll know that Yorinobu tried to pull off his own act, where V and Takemura actually interrupted. Smasher note that talking the security was lowered on purpose. Class suggests Yorinobu wanted to do something to Hanako and blade on Militech. That is fucking awesome, Vesna, that you realize that. Well said. Well said. What can I add? Let's get into the car. Remember to knock 3 times. No worries, I will. You trolls, you're trying to get me killed. It was 2 times, slow Słowik. Oh, Szymon Słowikowski's with us. Guys, so do you see Słowik on the chat? Słowik or Szymon Słowikowski. This is our senior cinematic designer and coordinator in the team. And actually, Szymon, those are your scenes, if I'm not wrong, right? Hello, Szymon. Great to have you with us. We have just finished Play It Safe, and we are going to play Search and Destroy right now. Hello, Słowik. Yeah, Szymon is an amazing cinematic designer. Like one of the best people in the cinematic team, so really experienced guy. So yes, great that you're with us here. Woohoo! Oh Jesus Christ! Okay, let's get to the hideout. And I think, I think Słowik wrote like there was actually 2 times to knock, not 4 times. So I don't know. I don't know if we should do that. Pepe! Holy shit, what's up, Pepe? Thanks again, V. If it wasn't for you, I'd still have a lying ass imposter in my house. Can't trust nobody. Nobody! God damn it! Yes, well, I mean, I'm not really sure if we ever solved that quest with Cynthia the way we should, my friends. But let's say it was okay. Hi, Swovik. Enjoy Pavel's driving. Yes, well, I think I drove pretty decently. Pavel got a pregnant lady kicked out of her home. Inola wrote, "Hey, I mean, I thought I'm doing what is right. You know, I just wanted the Pepe to have like a faithful partner. You know, what the hell?" What the hell I was supposed to do? Swovik wrote, Pavel is the best driver I know. That's very interesting. So if I'm the best driver you know, Swovik, I'm curious like in what kind of environment you live, because holy shit, I don't want to know the person who drives the worst in this case. Abandoned apartment building. Okay. What the fuck is this place that Takemura found? I'm just checking basically for the loot and stuff. Some ammo, that's always good. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Okay, this is like a squat for like homeless people and stuff, I guess. Okay. Yeah. Wet dream. Yeah, actually, like there is like so much. I would say like cinematic design, quest design as well, but I think cinematic design had so much impact on like how the game is actually perceived, you know, because the working in the cinematics is primarily basically building a presentation, you know, factor. So like, you know, you can have a great quest and so on, but when the scenes are not good, or when the scenes are maybe not even using the, I would say, the capabilities of the, you know, what the story creates and the opportunities, it's actually, the story feels so much worse, you know? I was actually telling it when we were discussing The Witcher 3 at some point that actually Witcher 3, even though it does not have like that great of a story, it's decent enough to create actually so many amazing opportunities for cinematic designers and writers to write good scenes and to make great scenes. Therefore, the perception of that storyline is awesome. That's a fucking interesting place. Okay, that is a prime place to keep some Eurodollars, my chums. I'm glad that they still have like TVs running here. Knock to the door. This is actually such a hilarious fucking beat, by the way. Cyberpunk is a cable porn after all, Logwire wrote. Absolutely. Swovik wrote, in the upcoming scene, even the moment when the music starts is different depending which option will you choose, important for creating the mood. Yeah, exactly. To just like have this direction really really smack, you know, so that's important. Okay, let's knock 3 times as the chat advises. Hello. Well, you can see that Takemura doesn't like Takemura doesn't like us when we knock different times than 4 times, apparently. Yes. Yeah, Takemura doesn't fucking mess around. He fucking shot through the door. Okay, let's go 4 times. I love like moments like this in the game because like those really small moments of characters, they actually create a feeling of those really characters being there. Like the fact when I left the parade and I had the Takemura message me and be like, hey, yes, knock 4 times. This is really important. Remember, knock 4 times. So it was basically to telegraph, you know, to the player that you're
okay, come inside, quick. I feared they had caught you.
Okay, Takemura, this fucking what's going on, man? Like, what is happening? Jesus Christ, and I'm feeling sickness kicking in. Sorry, Takemura, I have relic malfunction kicking in. Where did you find this really big gun? Tell me, my friend. This is a really big gun, Takemura. Okay. Gonna tell me what the fuck you were thinking? Let's go like this. They actually act.
There's no time to waste, B.
Now are you gonna tell me what the fuck you were thinking?
I used a sedative. She tried to enable her tracker.
Oh.
I had no choice.
Ah, look at that. Well, afterwards, he was
offered
an
her
Arasaka's
something.
assassin for some
You
time.
kidnap Hanako Arasaka and offer her a cup of fucking tea?
Yes, she respectfully declined. Tell her the truth about Yorinobu. No embarrassment. And state your terms clearly. Perhaps to you, she will listen.
I was inside Takemura for some time. So for you, who are like actually complaining that there is no romance storyline with Takemura, this is literal proof that there is. Anyway, just wanted to make it point it out because I'm seeing online so much shit that you cannot be with Takemura. I mean, seriously. Anyway, just making sure you guys know it. Yes, I just wanted more merited stout, Victor Necrofunk wrote. Sure. I provided as much, merited stout as we had. No more merited stout was left to provide. The foodie guide to Night City. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I love the fact that like at some point, it was Philip Weber and I think the writer, I don't remember who wrote it, Kubashamak. They had this idea of like Takemura being a foodie and basically the whole team like made sure that you have all of those elements in here to just like build up his character a bit more, right? Speaking of Smasher, who made the final quest in Cyberpunk with his battle, that was Eero Varendi. I mentioned Eero a few times during the streams already. Oh, Słowik wrote David Koteja was the writer for this quest. Thank you, Słowik, so much. I forgot. I frankly completely forgot. Thank you, Słowik, for pointing it out. So yes, David Koteja. David is a senior writer in our team. Yes. The world traveler in Night City is faced with a dilemma: enjoy the local cuisine or save the gut for the trouble. If you don't own a trauma team policy, you are probably better off sticking to the tried and tested chains and exclusive restaurants. But if you do, Night City is full of risk that packs a lot of reward. Here's our risk-reward breakdown of Night City good eats. God, that's actually so funny that this guide is written like this. Who write the script for open world gigs and events? In most cases, and by script you mean probably dialogues here, the dialogues were written in most cases by Dariusz Bochenek. Darek is our writer since The Witcher 3. He wrote all the open world content for The Witcher 3, or most of it, and then most of the content for the Cyberpunk. However, the scenarios, right, for the gigs and stuff, they were written by various open world designers, like pretty much all of them, so around like 15 people basically wrote all of those scenarios. And as a reminder, I think we have 84 gigs in the whole game, so lots of work. Is this the best time to read this? No, it's not. It's not. I'm not going to progress. I just wanted to read the intro, and we're going to check it. Okay, so hello, Hanako. And you can see, because I approached, she gave me a look, and she looked away. She gave me a look and she looked away, Pablo Sasko, 84 gigs in Cyberpunk. Yes, I believe so, Pablo. Together with the free gigs that we have released in the free update, it was in 1.6, I believe. It's 84, if I'm not wrong. But I'm quite sure I'm not wrong with the number. And I'm talking only gigs, not like open world content and stuff. I'm talking only about gigs. So yeah, we made shit ton of fucking content for this game. Hi Pavel, time for important question. Trisser Yennefer, Fireson asks, my friend, that is always Shani for me. Because I made the quest with Shani, the wedding, for Hearts of Stone, and I'm the reason why she's actually in the first expansion. So yes, it's Shani, my friend. I wanted to tie the loose ends from The Witcher 1, that's why I added her. Anyway, so Słowik wrote Takemura, talking about the food and being disgusted with everything he tries was always funny to us. Yes, exactly. Hashtag Team Shani, Harriers Fly wrote exactly. Pablo asks, did you count also the Phantom Liberty ones? No, Pablo, I didn't. No bait. No bait. Ziad Aporoad Shadi is the best girl since The Witcher 1. Okay, we are detracting ourselves from the core of the content here, my friends. So let's go, because we have 40 minutes more of the stream and we need to play this quest. So let's go. I was there when Saburo died. You said your brother is the real murderer. Maybe I'll start like calmly. First. How to change region on PS5? Vladimir Deniku, I have no idea, my friend. Like, I don't think I have many like good advice regarding how to handle such topic on PS5. This is like very much like PS5 specific, so no idea, my friend. Okay, let's check your brother's the real murderer. No, I was there when Saburo died. Let's just start smoother at the beginning. By the way, I really like the detail that Shimon put here, Swovik, who's on the chat, that when I approached, she looked at me and then looked away. You know, very cool. I fucking love those elements. Okay.
I was there that night at Konpeki Plaza. I saw Saburo Arasaka die. He wasn't poisoned. It's a lie your brother made up and spread. Yorinobu is the murderer.
Mm-hmm. You can see her react.
You must be mad to think I will listen to such nonsense.
Yeah, and you can see those like really small details in like her behavior, right? Like she looked at me, and you can see that Shimon actually consciously did it in a way that she is like uncomfortable, and that's why she corrected her sitting. You know, looked at me, like corrected, she sits and went back, right? Like so she keeps her pose, like she keeps basically the way she was, and it's really such an amazing. Like I love the details, like in acting like this. Tarar wrote, hey Pavel, I'm not working for CDPR anymore. Oh, Tarar, that's sad actually. I cannot wait for people reaction Phantom Liberty. No Kevin, former French community manager. Hello, Kevin. Really nice to have you. Yes, Kevin, you've been with us for 6 years, I remember. And you left recently, like a month or month and a half ago. By the way, Kevin is the one that you could, guys, remember from the Eridan's cosplay on our social media. So you probably remember Kevin. I want to say it's pretty cool to see your streams. Thanks for this initiative. Hey, hey Kevin, no problem, man. I really appreciate it, and I really hope that you're going back to us, you know, when things are sorted out, you know. So I really hope that we are going to work together again. Pablo said, okay, 86 gigs if you count 17 Cyber Psycho seeing when it's correct. Oh, Pablo, so maybe it was 74, not 84. And I think then I'm correct. Correct? Yes. God damn it. I'm not really sure at this point. Sorry, Royalty, she's Arasaka's daughter. If not for Yorinobu, she could have been a queen, maybe. Yeah, exactly. Pedro Lode, hey Pavel, I have a study about CDPR due tomorrow. Is there someone in PR I can talk to just to confirm some facts? Pedro Lopez, I think it's always the best to just poke like our PR people on the Twitter. I think most of them have their DMs opened. I would go to Radek Grabowski, Pedro Lopez. Radek Grabowski, I'll actually give you his name on the chat so you can message him. Yeah, so I responded so that you can have a name, basically because like Polish names could be difficult. So here you go, my friend. This is what you can do. Okay, let's focus on playing. Need to take some time for myself. Kevin wrote, yes, I remember, Kevin, your firewall message. I hope things are better, you know. But we'll be waiting, you know, for you. There's like a lot of employees that are actually coming back to CD Projekt after some time. So I've been long enough to see people, you know, like already come back. Those that left. So it's always nice, and I'm sure that there will be space for you, you know. So anyway, take your time, my friend. Swovik wrote, I love how Bartek Czechowski played with lighting in the scene, Carol, Johnny in the back. Yeah, exactly. Like you can hear basically the lighting, how deliberate it is. And Bartosz Czechowski is the one to did it here. Kevin wrote, I'm just looking around to see all the magic in Red families is gone, maybe. I'm just looking around to see all the... I don't think it's gone, to be honest, Kevin. But I think we'll see, you know. I think we'll see. There's a lot of employees who are like in the team as long as I am, you know.
There's no time to waste.
Okay. Let's continue. Okay.
Thing is, I'm damn determined and got nothing to lose. Got your prototype relic jammed in my head. By freak coincidence, it stopped, then helped me survive. A bullet. Now it's slowly killing me. One of your personality engrams is overriding itself onto my psyche, and if I don't find a way to stop it, well, it won't end well for me.
Hanako-sama, he is living proof of the terrible crime your brother committed. We can confirm every word she speaks if only you will help her with the relic. Hanako-sama.
Fucking intense scene. It's interesting that when Takemura came closer, Johnny disappeared at the back.
Did you hear that? Go and check.
Oh shit. Okay, my friends, put your carry pants on because, like, I think the shit is going wild. Fucking hell.
Well,
Got a bad feeling about
Carry
this.
pants?
go.
When I meant by carry pants, I mean like carry. To carry, not carry. Oh shit.
Damn it!
Oh god, this scene is like... Fucking... That grenade that bounced off. Like, what the fuck is happening? No! No! My choom Takemura was like... hairy pants. Takemura bug. Oh god. Why can't there be me?
Last chance to get the fuck out of here.
Can't leave him back
Forget
there.
him, guy's toast. Unless you want to wind up like him.
Okay, my chooms, are we leaving Takemura? Jesus Christ. Okay. Where the fuck is... What is happening here?
Blow an ice 360 down the hallway.
Where is my choom Takemura? Like, is... Wait, because I'm lost right now. I'm lost right now. What the fuck is... It's here. Okay. Let's go. We need to fucking save him.
She attacked me!
No fucking way. Nobody is fucking around with me. Bastards. Okay, my chums, we are going to save our friend Takemura because we need to go for that ramen together. And stinky tofu. Oh, motherfucker.
Kill or be killed.
Okay. Okay, my dears, we are... What the heck? Who the hell is here? Oh, is he above me? Yes, he is above me. Okay, so there is one guy higher. Holy shit. Okay.
What the?
Don't you fucking dare float off.
No, that's not the direction I wanted to go.
Come on, gotta get the fuck out of the city.
No. Oh shit. Oh shit, I'm loading. That was not what I wanted to do. The quest map pin misled me. Yeah, I left him to die. I know. We are going to this. We are going to do this. No. Poor Take. No. I didn't want to leave Takemura. I literally by accident ran out of that fucking door. Not a death for a ninja. I mean, you know, compare it to how Oda died.
Keep blowing ice 360. They're in the hallway.
Okay. Let's go once again. Sorry, guys. Now I need to focus and not to blow this. Okay. Where the fuck you are, Takemura? This is from where I came from, right? Oh shit. We are, my dear chat, by the way, playing on very hard, so that's why they are quite powerful here. But we'll manage, hopefully. We'll manage, hopefully. Where the hell is that guy? Oh, here you are. Shit. that was intense. Okay, I think we need to like go stairs up.
The fuck you doing? You lost
Oh
it?
shit, Johnny.
Sort of help.
Johnny, stop it. God damn it. Like, as you can see here, we really wanted to make you feel, you know, that Johnny fucking hates the guy. You know, is it here? What the fuck are you? Oh yes, it is here. The fuck? Okay. There's a lot of enemies here. Oh shit! Yes, Takemura. Let's fucking go. Where are you, my friend?
Son, you will die here with me.
Thank me later. Need to find a way out now. Fast!
Yes, that's
There are
it.
empty rooms to the right. It's our only chance.
Shit, okay, I don't have time to read the laptops and so on. Let's just loot and let's just go. Escape department, okay. We need to fucking disappear from here. Takemura, are you fine? Yes, perfect. My friend. Let's get the hell out of here. They fucking destroyed this building, by the way. I love, by the way, I love quests like this. I have to be honest with you, my dears. Oh, we managed to save. That's good. That's good. Can you explain the cooperation between cinematic designers and animators? There's a question. Well, I mean, I think like Shimon would be much better to do this than me. But the way it works, pretty much like the cinematic designers are doing the breakdown of the animations that they need, you know, so cinematic designers are basically directing the scenes, right? And cinematic animators are the one who are delivering the animations so that cinematic designer can actually implement it along that lines, you know, following that specific direction. So basically, cinematic designer is responsible for like directing and implementing it in the game, while cinematic animator is basically following that guidance and sort of making sure that cinematic designer has all the animations and everything needed. And of course, you know, cinematic designers, cinematic animation are together on mocap sessions and following up the breakdown of animations that they have made. And they are making sure that all of those animations are recorded on a mockup sessions, you know, so that you can, so all of those animations are actually prepared and nothing is missing. Fucking hell, this is like end of the world. This location. So that's basically pretty much how it works, you know, like I think one cannot really exist without another. Because the cinematic designers are not really like you know, cleaning up the animations and so on. All that stuff is taken care of by the cinematic animator, but cinematic designers implementing and making sure that everything is actually like following the direction and it's well implemented and you know, it's not breaking and so on. And on that front, so like more technical side of work, cinematic designers cooperating very closely with either quest designer or open world designer, depending on which content that is. So that's basically how it works, my friend. Pretty much like roughly. No, I'm not dying. No, I'm not dying. I'm not dying. Jesus Christ, there's just...
Approaching target.
There is a person there and person here trying to fucking shoot. Those flares are so... Oh shit! This is like some insane fucking party. Like some cool sausage party you guys have here. Okay, well, you know. Takemura's having too much fun, Kira wrote. Yeah, exactly, Kira. That's pretty much what is happening. Okay, I think we're by the exit. Yes, we are. Yes, Takemura, let's go. Let's just loot some shit. Okay, we do have that. Great. Is there anything interesting more here? Something marked, but I'm not seeing that load here. Actually, the dude falling apart. Okay, I think we're fine. I think we're fine to go. Jesus Christ. This whole building was like... Okay. That was like some kind of a... Okay, some kind of an accident. Not accident, but a crime, rather. I'm just checking all the nooks and crannies, if everything's here. But I think we're fine to go, you know? Sausage party, lol. Yeah, pretty much sausage party. Let me read actually what Shimon wrote. Pavel described it perfectly. We designed the scene we think that actors should do in this scene. We prepared previses together with previs artists for more complex scenes. At some point, the scenes are ready to figure out what animations do we need to make everything work. Then it's time for mocap. We record everything we need for actors on set with animation artists on set with us. Then Animator takes over and prepares everything for us cinematic designers. We take over and mix everything together. So basically, implement, you know. Anyway, my dears, is everyone there? Let's go. Who mocapped Adam Smasher? I'm not sure. Maybe Shimon knows.
Different ways. Alone, we have a better chance.
Really? Think so?
Then go now.
Okay, well, you know, and here's the cut. This is like one of the very few cuts in the whole game that we have. Oh, Mariusz Pudzianowski. I don't think Mariusz Pudzianowski.
Think they make these motels especially for royal fuck-ups like us? AC's busted, dirty needles under the mattress, shitters clogged.
Clogged shitters sound serious.
No, for real. Who fucking comes here to sleep? We're a couple miles outside Night City.
Oh, yeah.
Someone leaving town just keeps driving. Somebody going there sleeps in the damn city. What good's a motel in the middle of nowhere? I'll tell you who sleeps here. Fucking...
Yep. Just two fucking losers. And I thought we were screwed when...
I like having this moment together with Johnny.
Mm-hmm. See? Decide to cross a corp, this is what happens. You think you just stepped in shit. Actually, you fell head first into a cesspit. Anyone knocks, blast the fucking door. No warning.
And if it's Goro?
Who are you kidding? Been 24 hours since we split up. Complete radio silence.
Okay.
Rest in peace, bastard.
Oh, shit. So, like, Johnny's convinced that Takemura is not coming back after that. Yeah. So Swavik wrote, for my scene, Smasher was acted out by one of our stunt actors since he had to carry the actress playing Hanako. Yeah. I'm glad we are getting more Johnny in Phantom Liberty. Ashbury Fusion wrote, yep, we are, my friends. You probably, you know it, like, I remember, like, seeing online a lot of, like, comments from people saying, like, oh yeah, you know, probably they can't get Keanu to the expansion. And I was reading those comments, like, smiling to myself and thinking, you will see. You will see. Emily didn't mocap Pan and Palmer, only voice over her, right, Pavel? Cybercaldos asks. Correct. That's what I think. Shimon can give you more information. I believe we have basically like a female stuntman. I'm not sure if there's more than one. I think it was few, but Shimon can tell you much more because he knows much more things about that specific topic. Yeah. And as Shimon wrote, yeah, basically, we had to split because it was too dangerous. Like, basically, we were fucking escaping, you know, like, we had, like, kidnapped Hanako Arasaka, so naturally, the whole fucking heat squad hit this shithole of a building and just, like, left it a Swiss cheese, you know, out of it. Saw him first. Saw him fight is good, even without implants.
Saw him yourself. Even without his implants, he was a good fighter.
Yeah.
He'll pull through.
Doesn't matter how good you are in Night City. On your own, you're fucked.
Yeah, Johnny, I know. Oh!
Hear that?
Car.
At this hour, in this place? Fuck. Just one? Finger on the trick, V.
I love this scene, by the way. Like, I think, Shimon, this is so good, you know? I think this is so good. Like, this moment of this, like, setup and anticipation and waiting here. And we don't know what's gonna happen.
Not a word.
I have a message for V.
Jesus.
Don't touch that door.
Time to wake up. I know you're in there.
Jesus Christ. I don't know what to pick. I really don't want to pick, to be completely honest.
Time to wake up.
Kevin wrote, I'm quite hyped to see the final version, Phantom Liberty. I already enjoyed the VIP version I gotta play. I'm 100% confident you guys pulled off something very special. Thank you so much, Kevin. I'm not sure if you played the whole thing or not, but of course, you know, we shouldn't be talking about it here. But thank you for your words. I mean, you know, man, like, we are fucking doing everything we can to make it really awesome.
Are you asleep? Time to wake up.
I'm actually unsure what to do. I love this scene with Proxy too. It's such a great play with body language, allowed to show the different personalities of two different people. It's an instant.
Time to wake up.
Everything changes: the tone, the voice, the mannerism, the emotions. Yeah.
I know you're in there.
It's a strong indicator of showing the true color of Hanako's character. She loses her tatamae, public behavior in Japanese society, and shows more hon, inner feelings. The ground she steps under crumbles, and it shows she's probably her most vulnerable moment. Cyber Vesna, you have fucking analyzed it so deeply. I love your comment. Okay, let's just be let's just be an idiot, and I'll just ask.
Who's there? I said, who's there?
Want the whole motel to hear, or will you let me in?
I'm armed. Don't try anything.
Finally. Ugh. That on the wall, is that blood?
Yeah. Knocked the last star off this dome. So, you were saying, got a message?
Sitting right here. It'll start soon.
What will start? Yeah. So, like, I can mention this thing. Like, I remember when we were discussing with Philip at the very early stages of design. You know, because like it's such a cool like cyberpunk concept what we are about to experience in a moment. And I love the fact that cyberpunk is a genre, and IP itself, you know, allows for like amazing storytelling moments like this. And basically, you are going to see act out what Cyber Vesna just a moment ago explained in the chat really well. Deep Sexy Onich Harder. Okay, Deep Sexy Onich Harder asks, you probably can't say, but I'm still gonna ask if Phantom Liberty is early next year or mid. My friend, you know that I can't, because like this is, you know, like things regarding specifically the release. Those things are extremely like vital, so of course I can talk about it. It influences the stock market and everything. So yeah, is that supposed to be Maiko? No, but besides it's not Maiko. However, like I mean, she looks similarly though. You know, I really love the scene, especially because of the light. It's like wait and see. Okay,
What'll start?
It's a doll.
Or a proxy.
I must make one thing clear. I still think you are mad, but...
Hanako? That you?
But I can fool myself no longer. I believe you.
Yeah, that was so amazing. Like, I remember us actually discussing this moment because, like, we had to... Hanako had to have, you know, take time to actually really...
problem?
Hanako had to take time to actually go over that stuff and think, you know, like what the hell happened and so on. She couldn't show up here in person, of course, you know. So that's why she had to send a proxy. I fucking love elements of Cyberpunk like this, you know. Okay.
Is there a problem?
Heard from Takemura.
Any word from Growl? We split up when we went on the run.
Takemura is in a secure location. That is all you need to know at this time.
Okay. How'd you find me? So what happens now? How'd you find me?
Is there a problem?
By the way, you can see that the eyes of the proxy are actually red. So you probably have seen, you know, in the game that we are actually really following, you know, those guidelines in regards of, you know, like what kind of color of eyes is what kind of a behavior and what actually happens. You know, and a red one is used for hacking and being connected to things, right? Like blue is basically used for situations when you're like sending data to someone, transferring data, receiving data, and whatnot. And like golden one, yellowish golden one is used for holocalls, you know, and things like this. Voice acting is so ridiculously good in this game. Ash Beauty Fusion. Yeah, I mean, the voice acting is ridiculously good because we have ridiculously high expectations and the level of expectations from our actors, and also like adaptation team is amazing. Our adaptation director, who is actually directing most of the you know, voice actors during the sessions, Boris Pugac-Murashkiewicz. Boris is very experienced. He's with the company since The Witcher 1. And Boris is always directing those sessions. That's why our voice acting always slaps, you know? That's the thing. That's why, like, so many people say that, you know, Keanu Reeves played Johnny Silverhand so well in Cyberpunk. It's probably one of his best roles. This happens when you basically cast the actor well, but also, like, help him out with, like, direction, with materials, with making sure he knows, she knows what the hell they're playing and what is the role, what is the context of everything. So, anyhow.
How'd you find me?
Did you really think it would be enough to leave the city? Takemura mentioned he had placed a tracker on you. Yet even had he not, when Arasaka wishes to find someone, it finds them.
Porcelain bitch.
Yeah, Johnny is like really fucking not feeling it, right? Johnny is his best role, hands down, in my opinion. Enola wrote.
Is there a problem?
Yeah. Yeah, Keanu's performance in the oil fields was awesome. I'm glad you liked it, Ash Beauty Fusion. That is my quest, and I'm so glad. Yes. I'm so glad to hear you liked it. Yeah, it was amazing. That moment there. Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, we're still about to play it.
Okay. So now that you know and believe, what's next?
Yorinobu planted a Tanto in the corporation's very heart. I must act while the wound is fresh. And you will help me. You are living proof of his crime and treason.
Making demands, you're not in position, gonna help each other. Okay, I'm gonna play it softly.
I have been at all unclear?
You're gonna help me first.
Perhaps I did not speak clearly. We must act quickly.
Well, I'm pretty tight on time too. Dying, in fact. My dead body'd make for a pretty lame-ass witness.
That's a good point.
I understand.
Want to know everything you know about Mikoshi?
Mikoshi? One of my father's flagship projects. A data fortress with servers situated on orbital stations all around Earth. Think of it as an archive of personality constructs, digitized psyches.
I really love the Mikoshi concept as a cyberpunk
In
concept.
any case, that is not where you will find salvation. Not without extensive knowledge of the relic and the construct creation procedure.
Okay. Interesting. Vuradine wrote, I love the oil fields. I love how you are mean to Johnny. He won't ask about Rogue, but he will still ask you to check on Carrie if you find time. Yeah. Yes, exactly. I mean, he's worried about his friend, right? So... Science fiction person asks, are you the longest serving quest designer in CDPR? No, I'm not actually. The longest serving quest designer in CDPR is Joanna Radomska. And Asha started during Witcher 1, my friend. I started during Witcher 2 Enhanced Edition. So Asha's like 4 years longer than me. I think she's 14 years right now in the company. Because I will be 11 next month. And I think Asha will be 15 years next year. So yes, so I think she's 15 years in the studio. So yes, she is the longest serving quest designer actually.
Is there a problem?
I'm the second longest though. I'm the second longest serving quest designer, yes. Alt Cunningham told me about the constructs, track down Hellman. Got their like schematics. Okay, I'll go with this one.
Managed to make contact with Alt Cunningham.
The Cunningham?
Do you remember, guys, the scene?
Invented Soul Killer using our own modified version.
When we were in
that should be more than useful.
by the black wall and we talked to we talked to Alt. Okay, and let's tell her about Hellman now.
Track down your runaway. Hellman was hiding under Kang Tao's wing. We chatted. Think sooner or later the engram will completely consume me. Process can't be stopped.
Surprisingly determined.
Look at the reactions, Johnny's reaction when engram was mentioned, right?
Least. Got my hands on the relic schematics.
I love details
Got
like this
detailed
in the
information
scene.
about its inner workings, project tech documentation.
All useful. Even more so given that Hellman is still alive. I will contact him and explain that one does not leave Arasaka by the back door.
That's about the extent of what we got. What now?
God damn it, this is so intense.
Let us meet in person. At Amber's, in the city center. It is discreet. Just remember one thing. From now on, we both must exercise extreme caution.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
Well, that's my job done.
Okay.
You know what?
That was a very interesting
I'd
experience.
rather had a wave of Saka elites barging here.
Yeah, and you can see how basically Shimon has changed the setting right now. So she disappeared, Johnny walked here, and I naturally look like this. And
get
right
out of
now,
here.
like my screen is framed like that, right? Like because of this, like very subtle decisions, you know, that the cinematic designers are doing, they're actually directing a lot of your attention, you know, to just like, okay, hey, here, look at this. And now suddenly my frame is different. Like I before looked here, now I'm looking here, right? Johnny moved. And that literally,
So,
it's
ready?
basically an equivalent of a cut, right? And a change of the frame. This sort of scenes show how much attention to detail the team has put in the game. Kevin wrote, yeah, exactly. Good point. We got what we wanted.
Got what we wanted. Don't tell me that proxy got to you.
Fuck you.
Come on, think about it. Yesterday, Hanako was living in a world that was completely safe for her. Know what she got on her hands now? Foreign city, a homicidal brother, and a fucking thief. It's why she sent a proxy. She's alone, and she is shitting herself more than we are.
Uh-huh. Clink.
What? Did you say clink?
Mm-hmm. Sound of her attaching her leash.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Johnny, you bastard. I love this moment, by the way. You know, Shimon, you know, the moment when he sort of leans over me and says clink, you know, and says like, hey, yeah, that's the sound of hair attaching the leash. Very awesome. I love it. Question from Cozy Stormcloud. Will you stream Witcher 3 next gen update? That's the plan. I would love to. And I hope to make it happen. It's just like we still have Cyberpunk to finish before the expansion releases, and I'm playing way too slowly. And I would love to actually, you know, be at the point where I can, you know, finish Cyberpunk before the expansion drops. And Witcher 3 is for like 7 years of streaming in my speed of playing. So we will need to be very strategic about it, but definitely I want to do that. Swovik wrote trivia. The beginning of the scene was inspired by No Country for Old Men. Highly recommend this movie if you didn't see it. Yeah, good point, Shimon. I think I've heard it in your conversations at some point. That was No Country for Old Men. Amazing movie, by the way. Very like really great creations there. So if you guys didn't see it, definitely advise you to check it. Okay. When does the expansion drop? Victor Neurofunk asks. I mean, Victor, you know, that question has been asked in the past that I mentioned that I can't really tell you things like this, you know, like we will talk about it, you know, when the time is right, you know. Yeah, the High Priestess, I just unlocked an achievement, my friends, on GOG. It's a perfect timing because we are 6 minutes to the end of the, we are 6 minutes to the end of the stream. Time to meet Hanako and Embers. Yes, this is it. Meet Hanako and Embers. Anyway, now, my dears, I wanted to check. Okay, pane editors. That's not something that is needed. That is, I think, important in the context here. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, that's the last. Yeah, I know what it is actually. This is the next tapeworm section, right? This is the next tapeworm section. But the thing is, like, this section is so long that it will actually, like, we will stay. Yeah, hopefully I can save and load here. Yes, I can. Okay, my friends. So I think we will be basically we will be talking to Johnny on the next like tapeworm section on the next stream, my friends, because otherwise it will take us much longer, and I want to smoothly go from one section to another. So for now, I'll just switch to this, my friends. And we'll be wrapping up the stream for today. It was amazing to play the game with you. I actually had a lot of fun. Let's play some music for the ending, because why not? Let me look for something that I actually really like, because why not? Maybe this time around, we'll actually play something from the base Cyberpunk. Yes, okay, let's play this one. So probably a lot of you will recognize this piece. It's a bit cryptic, you know, and so on. So this has been Good to Know Ya, obviously, you know, from the main Cyberpunk soundtrack. I wanted to thank all of you, you know, for being here, and especially I wanted to mention our Reds and moderators that have been with us. So I wanted to start with Swovik, with Szymon Słowikowski, the senior cinematic designer and coordinator, whose quest we have played today. Thank you so much, Szymon, for being with us. Always a pleasure. I wanted to mention another Reds, Small Sandayu Kira, our in-game photographer, Chivok, our customer support engineer, Ayano, our UI producer, and Kevin, our former community manager from France. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. And of course, I wanted to mention our dear moderators, being this time around my dear girlfriend Sapphire. Thank you so much for being here every single week with me and supporting us all here. My dears, we are going to meet next week. This will be already a day after the 2-year anniversary of Cyberpunk. I will keep you informed about what we are doing for that specific stream. And that I will just leave it at that. Thank you so much all for being here, and I wish you a wonderful rest of the day. Bye bye.